Hello everyone, or no one at all. Welcome to Minor Illusion and our 6th session in the magical world of Eretz Nakash. We are playing without Tom tonight, who is our wood elf monk, but someone else will take care of his character. Last time we left off in a dungeon, and I think we can just go ahead and pick up from here with a recap, unless there's anything anybody wants to add or ask beforehand. Nope? Good to go?
Yep.
Alrighty then. Previously, hold on, one thing. All the sounds tonight are Sirenscape. I forgot to mention that. Sirenscape is providing all the sounds, the music, the dungeon ambience. Check them out, sirenscape.com. We are very pleased to be able to use their music. I used a custom set for this, and I love it. It works really well. So check them out. Highly recommend them. Now, previously in Eretz Nakash. Having discovered a strange triad of rooms, you spent some time in with the dragon statues that breathed a fireball back and forth between them down a long hallway. And you saw that each time the statue breathed out a fireball, 5 lines appeared at the top of the pillars in that room, circling the entire pillar and glowing in the same color as the fireball. Scaling the pillars with some good rolls, you also noticed that a single oval mark appeared on or between the lines on the backside of the pillars toward the room's corners. Discerning that these ovals were likely musical notes, Nyx, the party's bard, figured out that they were pairs of notes, chords. 2 red, 2 blue, 2 green, and 2 yellow. Assuming that there must be a connection with the larger room, with the ring of skeletons and the coffin, Nyx got on the platform there and played the notes. And when she played them in the right sequence, the pillars in that room lit up in the 4 colors of the fireball. The arcane barrier around the ring dropped, and the skeletons attacked. You were victorious in battle, but as the last skeleton fell, frozen and shattered, you heard a series of loud clicks. And the previously undiscernible lid of the coffin separated just a bit and rose from the base of the coffin. Just enough to where you can now see that there is a lid. It all looked like one piece before. And as you pondered what might be in the coffin, you heard an ominous sound from behind you. The sound of a door slamming shut. And as we pick up from that very moment, you begin to hear another sound, though it's muffled just a bit. Seemingly coming from beyond the door.
You mean back where we were from?
From back where you first entered the hall.
Also, before we
what
move,
would you like to do?
Before we move any further, I'm going to ask, I think the sound maybe can go down just a little bit. It's kind of loud.
Let's see what happens when I shift to the dungeon music.
Oh, there we go.
There might be barricading the door, so I'll get back to the door.
I'm
So I'll run. I mean,
just
start running back.
And dash
I'll
through.
run back and towards the door.
I'll run back too. We're behind him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's hold on. Before we do that, let's get an overhead cam on that area, just so we can have a close up of this area and where you are and where you're headed. Then feel free to move that notebook if you need to.
I will.
Remember to leave me a corner.
Mm-hmm. We're just heading back now. Let's do like that for now.
Yep, that'll work.
Okay.
Okay. So you're gonna dash over there, right? You're heading to the door. You said.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm keeping my eyes on the coffin behind us, but I'll move that general direction.
okay.
I'll head
Oh,
to-
keep in mind too, as far as I know, we have the four. What's
Yeah.
that spell again? Dancing lights.
Yep.
The room right now, those pillars are still lit. They're still glowing. So the room is fairly lit right now. You can see across the whole room. It's not dim light, which means you can see just fine.
Mm-hmm.
The hallway, remember, will be dark unless there's the fireball moving through. So it's usually lit to some degree, but you're nowhere in any of this right now are you in full darkness, unless you're in one of the rooms when there's no fireball in it or something. So you've got light. I just wanted you to know that for your dancing lights, that they're not necessary right now. If you let them go out, that's fine. Okay, so your movement is 30. So you can move 60 and around. I think that easily gets you to the door, right?
Yeah, easily gonna get started. Easily. No, just barely.
Yeah, just barely, but I make it.
Okay, that's fine. So move yourself over there.
I'm gonna head over there as well.
And as you get closer, no perception check required, you can hear the sound of stuff on the other side of the door. And you know what was on the other side of the door before when you came in. It had already been barricaded.
Yeah.
It sounds like they're doing something similar.
I'm gonna push on the door.
60.
And
Five-
it was
five feet
pulled
for five.
in, wasn't it?
Five
It
feet
came
for
in
five.
this way towards me. How'd the door? Is
The door
pushed out?
opens into the hall. The door. So you had to. Let's see. Yeah, you would have to push the door right now, not pull the door.
I'm gonna push it then.
Yeah, you'd have to push against the barricade. That's why it was
Are
set
you?
up that way.
Who's this?
Yeah,
You up there
I'm
too?
also gonna help.
Did you make it in one round?
Yeah.
Okay. So if the two of you want to get there and work together on it, you can. You can really, on a door, you're only going to be able to use 2 people.
Yeah.
You can't like stack 3-4 people. It just becomes
Yeah. There's no way.
ineffective
There's
at
no
that
way.
point.
Yeah.
So if you want to push against the door and try to force it, go ahead and either, again, each of you roll a... you're going to roll, this is going to be a strength check, okay? So it's not athletics, it's just strength. So D20 plus your strength modifier.
You have 6, right?
Huh?
You can
Yeah.
you can each roll or you can roll
Wait,
with
no,
advantage.
4. 4.
Okay, so it doesn't matter which one of us rolls. We both have 4 for strength.
Oh yeah. We're just each.
20 side.
Yeah. What did you
Okay.
get?
So I got 13.
I got 6.
Yeah, you should roll this one.
6 total?
Yep.
You roll 2.
Very good.
Looks like we gotta get the bard up there to help you guys out.
Okay. The door doesn't budge.
Let's try again.
I'll keep
And
pushing.
you can hear sounds continuing on the other side.
I'll push again then. We'll both push, I guess.
Do you want both to do it again?
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
There we go. 21.
14.
Okay. The door gives just a bit, and you've got a gap about like that right now in the door that you've pushed it to, and you hear the sound of kobolds kind of shrieking and hauling out to each other on the other side. You understand them. They're, you're hearing a cacophony of cackles, but basically they're opening it. Throw more, and just stuff like that, just barking orders at each other, and it just sounds like chaos on the other side of the door as they're trying. And you get the sense that you're not just getting the resistance of stationary things, but there's pushing against the door as well.
I assume it's not enough for us to slip through, right?
Not enough to slip through.
That would be a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep, you can give it another go. This, by the way, what you're involved in right now is a skill challenge. There's a set sequence of successes that you have to achieve in order to be successful in forcing the door open. And the criteria changes each time depending on your success or failure and stuff like that. So it's there's a set pattern. I'm not making anything up.
It's a tug of war with dice.
Yeah, that's right. So okay, so you've got a sliver basically, just a few inches cracked open now. So you can go ahead and give it another go. And they're redoubling their efforts. You can tell on the other side.
Okay, so then pushing the door again.
Yeah.
20.
We can just forget about mine.
Why am I'm the one who are pushing the door here? Daniel's over there just sitting on the
I'm
ground.
Daniel,
I'm getting
Daniel's
distracted by the
he's on
lights.
the
I'm
inside
getting
of the door. He
distracted
doesn't
by
get a lot of leverage.
I'm getting distracted by the light in the room.
Okay, you got a what?
20.
Okay, so it's now open, 6 to 8 inches. Not enough to get through, but you're starting to feel momentum on your side now, where you're gaining the upper hand. You still need to go a little bit more here.
You may not
Are you doing with advantage, or are you rolling too?
It's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's
Let's roll
fun.
on here, dude.
Oh, I rolled low this time.
I rolled 17. I got 17.
17 total?
7.
7?
Yeah.
It comes back.
Oh,
No
just-
way. I
just
got a 17.
Comes back just a little bit.
There's my
you
roll.
guys gotta both get a good one here.
Yeah, just roll again. That'll work.
14.
Critical.
24.
24, okay. You get it back to where you had it, about 8 inches open now. You feel that momentum.
You tell me
You
a
feel-
critical,
you feel
a
like if
critical
you-
strength check doesn't do it?
It wasn't critical though, was it?
It was 20. So plus 4.
You rolled a 20?
He rolled
I rolled
natural
20, then plus
yeah.
4 for my...
Well,
bonus.
it's still an ability check.
Yeah,
I know.
it
I'm
doesn't
kidding.
matter.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
'Cause- but the critical perception, you know.
Okay, roll again then.
Which I fireball just to blast through the hole.
You guys are fun.
5.
Oh, we're going back to the 5.
Are you
Nine.
rolling a d4?
9 total.
Maybe.
He has
I got
9.
9.
So I got 5, so back.
You
Yeah,
roll
it
1.
comes back.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This is so stupid.
I'm like, you guys want me to burn the door down?
Okay, so yeah, it's back to the crack now. You know?
We have a
2-3
crowbar.
inches.
We have a crowbar, right?
What's that gonna do against that?
Leverage. Leverage is better than strength.
I mean,
Well, it's open that far.
Don't we have a crowbar on us? Someone has a crowbar. Right?
Taèlios does.
Does he?
Yeah, I think so. Remember he tried to get out the gym
Sorry,
with
I'm
the
not
crowbar.
familiar with his stuff. So 1 second.
Yeah, that's right. He did have that. Down.
Yeah, he does have a
that
crowbar.
might
Yeah.
help. That might
Yeah,
help.
yeah, yeah.
Somebody should
So
get
Taèlios has a crowbar, so he's gonna get. Taèlios is at the back here, so he's gonna come up and pass a crowbar to.
I mean, does it
To
matter
Morzza.
who it is?
Well, you've got the
Well,
strength. So.
That's fine. You can get it in there for sure. And I mean, if you get it in there and it stays there, then at the very least the door can't come close.
That's what we want to do at least. But you'll still have some leverage on it for a little bit.
You can, yeah. I mean, you can't throw a
No,
door open. with a
theoretically,
crowbar.
too, you could shove it behind, like once the door gets open enough, you could stick it behind the door so the door can't shut.
That's our That's what we just said.
Okay.
Roll again. That's fine.
So-
So he can
yeah.
be doing that. I will say that in that time he was able to get up there and get the crowbar
So he's coming to the front. Yeah, there he is.
in there, just off to put him towards me, just off to the side, because that's the side where the door will open.
Here?
Yep, and he just
Stick
shoves it in there. So he's got the crowbar there, and he can be holding that in place if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Oh, yikes.
So,
7.
We're going back to the
Back.
portal's door.
Okay, no success. It's a stalemate. They've kind of got it shoved against the crowbar, and you can feel them now, or Taèlios can feel them trying to get a hold of that, but they've got the straight side of it, and they don't have as much grip. They're trying to get a hold of it though, and he may have to deal with that. They're trying to pull the crowbar through, so it's not in the door anymore.
Okay, so pushing again.
Go ahead.
22.
well,
Ooh, almost
Yeah,
21
oh,
for that.
that was almost a perfect roll.
Okay. That is a success. We're going to say it's back to the 8 inches right now. I need Taèlios to make a strength check to hold on to the crowbar. He can do it with advantage because he's got the hooked end.
This is a strength check.
Strength.
Plus 3.
He doesn't have a very good strength roll. That's 12, 13. Yeah. His strength is 13, right? So if he rolls a 13, he's good.
His strength is what?
13. He rolled a 13.
No. I just need a number. His roll plus his modifier.
13.
Okay, he's going against the kobolds. I've rolled a strength check for the kobolds.
Yeah, he rolled a 13.
So it's a contested strength check, basically.
Oh, okay.
You know, PvP kind of a thing. PvNPC. So 13 is the total?
Yeah.
Okay. They get it pulled through, and his arms are in the door right now. He's still got it because he's got the hook end of the crowbar, but now it's not the crowbar in between the door and the frame, it's his arms in between the door and the frame.
are they more to close on him?
So I'll grab him and help pull the.
We'll do that next time. You've got another roll to make on strength here.
Not as good. Oh, 7 table.
Another critical strength.
What was it?
They don't got a total of
8? 12.
Where'd all these 20s when we actually
24.
fight things?
24. With a solid heave, the door now comes open a good 2 feet, and you are able to go through, and you can feel that a lot of stuff shoved and slid along the ground as you did that, as it scraped away, and you can hear now that the kobolds are hollering that they got it open, and you can hear feet start taking off down the hallway. Okay, so you've got it open. No problem with the arms. He's in no danger now of the door slamming shut on him.
Do they let go of
It
it?
seems like they've given up now. Just in that moment when it slides that far, they know that they've lost that battle. So they're taking off.
What I wouldn't give for a good fireball spell right about now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they'd be lined up just
Oh,
fine
it
in
would
the
be
hallway.
Clean shot.
Yeah. So they are taking off down the hallway. Remember, I'll bring out the map if we need to. For right now, let's do Theater of the Mind. It's a long hallway with the 2 rooms on either side, right? Where you found the tables and...
And there's a trap.
And
Yeah, there's a
dug
trap
through
in the
the stuff.
middle, so you need to be careful of that.
Okay, you holler that out. Okay.
Is there any line of sight right now, like where I can actually see something? Because I do have a fireball, not a fireball, but a fire spell that I can shoot.
You,
Although it is dark, probably, so I can't see them since I'm a human.
it is dark in the hallway, and it is.
I will send my.
I'll ask
My
for
dancing
send a
lights
light
down
quick
hallway.
so I can try to maybe get a shot.
That was one
off.
of the reasons I went over, was just so I could throw a light down there as soon as we get it open.
Okay.
I just didn't say that.
Find my notes. Okay. So let's do this. We need to roll initiative.
Right, you know how I'm gonna roll.
Everyone roll initiative. Got to get everybody in a lineup
Oh,
here.
here we go.
I forgot to pull out my initiative
Here
track.
come my
Yes.
one.
It's okay. I rolled it with the body. I won't English help it.
Did you get a 1?
Let's go ahead and
This
get
is
something
mine.
a little more exciting on right here.
And this
This
is-
is stuff going down.
You roll it?
Yeah.
Did you add your initiative bonuses too?
No, I didn't know that.
You're supposed to add this.
Okay.
Did you guys roll very good?
22.
It was okay. Not great though.
You did a 22?
No, not me.
Oh, Morzza.
Sounds like a desert town.
What? What in? It doesn't sound like any. Well, I think so. No, it doesn't sound like.
All right. I am ready. Next, what do you got?
8.
Woo!
That's adding your bonus to it.
What's it? 12?
Yep.
Yeah, remember your initiative bonus. Okay, so Farryn and Taèlios.
Farryn is 11. Taèlios is 22.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I'm going 14.
Zeldreth, 14.
10.
10 for Thaèndrys. Okay. We may get to a point where I need to set up something here for this, depending on what happens. So we may have to kind of press pause in the action. But for now, as they turn and you can hear them taking off down the hallway, Taèlios is first in the initiative order.
Or we have like access to the hallway.
Right now, it is as it is with Morzza basically in the doorway, and then Zeldreth kind of close in the doorway too. Both of them are right in the doorway right now, having just forced open the door. Morzza is a little bit more into the hallway, and he's basically in the doorway. So there's normally you can like move through your friendly's space, your ally's space, but that assumes the actual space to do that. In this case, there isn't in the doorway.
How tall is the doorway?
Doorway's about 8 feet tall.
Because this guy's an acrobatic, he could just vault over them.
Pretty tall.
I'm pretty sure. I'm like 6'10",
I
and
don't know.
I assume Zeldreth is taller too.
Get out of the way! Keep this guy. I mean, he wants to attack, you know.
Yeah,
Something.
6'10" is my height.
Very tall.
I am.
I'm taller
Also
than me, that's
6'10".
for sure.
So he's gonna not make use of his initiative.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't have any range attacks. Well, he has darts, I suppose.
He
I'm
uses
really
the dart and
sure
hits
Probably
them.
pretty hindered.
Well, keep in mind too. So if from your perspective the door is here, it's open like this too. It's not like it's been thrown wide open
Yeah.
on the whole hallway, and it's dark. It's dark in the hallway.
It's like,
Well,
he
I'm
can't really
sending
do
my.
anything.
I'm sending my. I'll send my arts down the hallway too. Whenever it gets there.
On your turn, it will be.
I don't think there's much he can do.
Okay, so there's very little he can do. I'll grant that he can tuck away the crowbar if he wants to do that or whatever and deal with that.
Yeah, he'll pull out his pole staff.
Ready for some thwacking.
Wait, isn't that what he has?
He has a
Quarterstaff.
Quarterstaff.
It's about the same thing.
Okay. The next in initiative order is the kobolds. They rolled a 21.
Oh wow.
Great. Oh, I'm gone.
That's lucky.
Well, they're running down unless they come back.
Well,
So-
yeah. Still.
Okay, I'm gonna need to write a couple of things down here and keep track of this
It could be in
since
the
we don't
rooms,
have the
though.
pieces out.
They could still be
Let's
in
see
the
how
room.
this goes. Okay,
So, is there any sort of like talking that can go on, or do I have to wait for like my action to talk? Because I'd like to say something to the wizard about where to put light.
You're ahead of me, so you.
Yeah,
can
you're.
on your turn you can, yes, and it doesn't cost you anything extra to do
So,
that.
but
You just have to keep in mind that you're basically acting within 6 seconds. So it has to be a reasonable amount of speech for 6 seconds plus the other stuff that you're doing.
so his action technically takes place after mine, though. So I wouldn't do the actual action that I want to take, unless I. Or can I somehow save my action until his action?
You can hold your action.
and then take it at the end of the.
Yes,
I take it at the end of the
okay,
line?
so when
Because I want to take my action after his action.
let me clarify this because of what happened last time, especially too. When you hold an action, you say what your action is, and you say what the trigger is. So when X, I'm going to Y.
Okay.
And when you do that, it's when that trigger happens, then you do your action and you're done. Right?
Okay.
That's it. You're done at that point. So you can say, I'm going to. I mean, you could say a few words and then say, I'm holding this action until whatever. If you want to tell him, I would allow that.
Okay, that's just beside the point, though. I'm not in the line yet, anyway. So it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's fine. Okay. So next up is Zeldreth, and you are in the doorway, and you can push through. Morzza is not in your way. However, it's dark, and you don't have dark vision, so that's one of the issues you have right now.
Can I pull out my crossbow and just shoot blindly and try to hit something?
Yep, you shoot down the hallway with disadvantage.
I don't know if I can hit it. It's a short bow. How long does? Oh wait, 80 feet is it? Yeah. Okay.
There is a tiny bit of light that is out into the hallway just because of a little bit of glow from the room where the coffin is, because the pillars are still lit up and it's fairly bright, and all that light only has to cross about 20-25 feet of space. It floods into the hallway a little bit, and you've got the fireball is somewhere in there. I'm not going to figure out exactly where that is, but a little bit of light goes out there, but it's not enough to give you solid sight on anything. So if you want to, yes, you'll be rolling with disadvantage.
Okay. Watch this. I'm gonna get a 20. 5. That's gonna be a 9.
no, you
And
already
what's
missed
that
it.
one gonna be a?
It's disadvantage. You take the lowest.
Yeah, and the 5 already didn't hit. So You take a shot, fire it, and it's
It's actually 9 in all.
So what was your
twing, and you hear this
It's mine one right after.
against
Yeah.
a wall or the ceiling or something down the hallway. Okay, are you going to move?
I'm gonna stay there for now because I can't.
You need to get the door open so other people can move through.
Well, is it not open?
It's not open.
The door is maybe 50 to 60% open. It's at an angle, and
Okay.
you're standing in the doorway.
Okay, well then I'll try to open it.
No, it's open. It's open enough you can move through. It's just you're standing in the doorway right now.
No, I don't really want to move through in case they come back.
At all?
Well, no, I'm gonna move forward after people move forward by half.
You're the one in the front. You have to move forward first.
Okay, well that's it.
I'm gonna move to the side then.
Okay, so you step to the side.
Yep.
Okay, Morzza, you're up.
Can I push the door any further open so that more people can get through?
Yeah,
That's exactly what I said.
you can kind of force it. Because it already started swinging open and you kind of got that momentum, and plus you know that part of what you were pushing against was them pushing against it.
Mm-hmm.
And so while there's still some solid stuff there, you've already kind of given way and you heard some of it topple over. And you even see, just in the little bit of glare there of the light, you can see that one of the things that they were putting against the doors that was not there before is those bricks that were in the other rooms. Those silvery gray bricks that make up the castle in Alestria. They were starting to stack those bricks against the door. They did not want you guys coming back through. So you hear some of those topple over, and the door is easier to push right now. So without it taking up an action, you could just push the door open a little bit more, enough that it's not. There's no sense in which the door would be in anybody's way anymore.
Okay. So
You can just do that on your movement.
I'm gonna do that then. I want to push the door open as far as I can.
Okay, it opens up almost all the way. There's just stuff in between. There's stuff that's just kind of blocking it, that's stacked up and probably piled against the wall there. They won't open any further. But it's essentially an open door now.
Okay. I'll throw my hand axe down into the corridor.
Okay, same deal. Disadvantage. What's the range on that?
They're 20 or they're 60. The 20 is like when you're throwing within like whatever. Then the other thing, if you throw after 60, you get disadvantage.
Okay.
Please roll with
So
double
I would
disadvantage.
assume disadvantage anyways.
It's just disadvantage. Yeah.
Double disadvantage.
If
Four
there
die rolls.
were, it would be, but there isn't. So
There should be.
Oh, well, I missed already.
okay.
I rolled 3, so.
Okay. So you hear it through the air, and it just again ting 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 across the floor.
Should have landed on the trap. Try to set it off on the cold.
Well, it's already open. It's just.
Okay, Farryn, you're up.
All right. So what I want to shout is I need light down the hallway as soon as possible, and I'm saving my action, which is going to be casting Hunter's Mark on the nearest kobold that I see that's 90 feet. I have 90-foot range on that.
Okay.
And so I'm casting Hunter's Mark as soon as I see a kobold.
Okay. Very good. Well, Mark. Well, where are you?
So I was actually
Get yourself in a
I had moved
position.
up to help with the crowbar, so I'm moving to this position in the door where the other Zeldreth moved out of the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You got an action held. Thaèndrys, you're up.
Yep. So I'm gonna send my lights down the corridor. Basically, just I'm just gonna send 4 of them in a line down the hallway. And that doesn't count as like my actual like attack action, right? Or does sending them down count as that? Because I think I can move them
What's the spell say?
as a bonus action on your turn. You can move the lights up to 60 feet to a new spot within range.
Okay. When were they up last, or you had them already as you came to the door?
I would have been recasting as I got to the door.
Okay, fair enough. So they're up, and what is their? I forget what.
It's a 20-foot radius.
No, what's their duration?
Oh, 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So they're up, and so as a bonus action, you want to send them
I
down
want
the
to send
hallway.
them down the hallway. Yeah.
How far?
I want to send them down till we see kobolds.
Okay. Okay. So they take off down the hallway, and as they get about to where the hallway opens up into the first pair of rooms on either side, you can see there's 2 kobolds that are right there heading down the hallway. Okay, so they're basically at the openings where the doors are into those rooms,
Which is how many
which
feet
is
away?
roughly 60 feet down the hallway.
Okay, so then can I still do a normal attack?
Yeah, that was just a bonus action.
Yep.
So you
Okay.
still have you have movement and action.
So that would technically trigger my action, though, right?
Yes, it would. Once you can see those, then your
Does
action is
my
triggered.
takes place after his, though?
We could play it either way.
Well, here's what I want to, because here's what if he's, I know we don't know this, but in the side, I'm gonna. What I want to do is shout out that I'm hitting. I'm gonna mark the right one. The one on the right side. So whatever he wants to do with that information.
Let's do this. What's your dexterity?
17.
What's your dexterity?
17.
You have to do a roll.
Roll a d20 each of you. Whoever's higher is going first.
Oh,
Good
I
luck.
think Josh has got it.
Good.
6.
Look.
20. He got.
In the order of things, that's how it works out.
Okay. I'm gonna attack.
You should just roll.
Is
'cause I
either
just told you.
is either of them closer?
They're basically
both-
side by side, from what you can tell. They,
Okay, so I'm just
seems
gonna
like
I'm
they
just
took
gonna
off at
I'm
the
just
same
gonna roll
time.
this. 1 to 2, it's left. 3 to 4, it's right.
Okay.
2, it's the guy on the left.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna attack him with Chill Touch, which has a
Okay.
range of 120 feet.
Okay. Is that a saving throw on his part?
Nope, ranged spell attack from mine.
Oh, okay.
That is gonna be a miss.
You're positive?
Roll 6.
That is a miss.
Yeah. I don't know what I add with it, but
Okay.
that's not gonna hit.
Just your spell attack bonus. But I doubt that it's high
Oh,
enough.
it's not gonna hit enough.
Well, what is it? What's your spell attack bonus?
Plus 6, so that's 12. Does that hit?
That's a hit.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. I didn't think I was gonna hit.
What's the damage?
1d8, I believe. Yeah, 1d8 necrotic damage. That's gonna be 7.
7 hit points?
Mhm.
Okay. So you see the one on the left just kind of stops in place when this hits it, and its feet go forward a couple more steps, and then it just topples over on its face, unmoving on the ground. Its partner kind of looks down and just
Keeps on.
every kobold for himself.
We made a mistake.
Yeah, I instantly regret everything I've ever done. Okay, let me mark this.
Well, that makes it pretty easy to get a hit on him. I gotta roll a 6 or higher.
That spell attack bonus helped you out a lot
That
there.
did help a lot.
Okay, so one down, and let's
And
see,
you-
Thaèndrys
he
just
has-
went next.
He
to
has
us.
his, he has his
No,
Oh
I have my
yeah,
action.
sorry, you're held action.
Also, this counts as a bonus action. So I don't know if there's like.
It's just your
Just a
action
pocket.
now. Held
That's fine.
action becomes all you do.
Okay. So casting the Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay,
And it's just a guarantee.
that's an automatic, right? Okay, let me. What? I'm pulling out a marker for a mini that we don't even have on the board right now. So, who knows? We may. We'll see. Okay, so
What does Hunter's Mark allow you to do?
I can track him. I have like advantage on tracking, but more damage.
does it gives you advantage on an attack or not?
It gives me no, not advantage, but more damage.
Oh, okay. Doesn't help you hit. It just increases.
It gives
the
me an
damage.
extra an extra dice when I do damage.
Okay.
Yeah, just what you need for the kobolds. They're known for such a high HP.
Yeah, well, I want this for tracking more than
Yeah.
damage.
Okay. Very good. So we've got lights of about 60 feet down the hallway. One kobold lying prostrate
Frozen.
on the ground. The other one's still running. Nix, you're up.
I don't have anything to do. I'll move up behind the others, but I don't have anything that is useful.
Okay, it's lit.
I know, but
You
I
can
can't
cast.
see.
How long is the range on your Vicious Mockery?
That or a crossbow. Don't you have a crossbow?
Six, 60 feet.
Yeah, you'd be able to hit it.
60 feet? That's in range if you move up just past the door.
Fine. I'll do that.
And Morzza has moved through too. So let's make sure that the doorway doesn't appear congested right now. How is this doing on what it's picking up there?
It's still seeing everything.
Okay.
Obviously, there's like a little bit hidden by the pillars, but
Maybe
it's not-
move it forward just a little bit so that it's. Yeah, there
It gives you the whole left side.
we go.
How much speed do you have though? Because you only have 25, don't you?
That's enough
You don't have to
to
move that far.
Where was she?
She was
She was
back
right here.
here. So 5.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'll put her right at the door.
Okay, that's fine. It's lit down the hallway, so you
Is it-
still have a
Is she
visible
within
target.
range though?
Huh?
Is she within range?
How close is
Because
this?
you said they were about 60 feet, maybe a little bit more away, which would be the range of her crossbow, or at least the.
Well,
advantage
it may
of-
not matter because dancing lights provides what? Dim light?
The 4, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs hover in light. Medium size sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
Dim light?
Yeah.
Okay. So dim light already is going to have disadvantage. Dim light is like the outer light of a campfire, where you can't really see well-defined things. So if you're attacking in dim light, you're already attacking with disadvantage. So in this case, the distance and the dim light, they're both going to give disadvantage. So either way, you're able to take a shot anyway. You see movement. It's just not. What did you say? I thought I heard something that indicated like a torch. A torch isn't dim light though.
Yeah, but it says that's how you can make them appear.
Oh.
So like the form that they take, they
I
can
see.
either
No
appear,
matter what, it's dim light.
making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs that hover in the air for the duration.
Okay, and regardless of what it looks like, it's
You
a
can also
10
combine the 4 into one glowing, vaguely humanoid form of medium size. Whichever form you choose, each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
dim light. Okay, so that's disadvantage on ranged attacks. And the distance in this case it's just out of your range from the doorway, I think. Well, if you can get to the doorway, it's just at the edge of your range. But the dim light's going to give you disadvantage, so you can roll an attack.
Vicious mockery, or
Well, I was saying with a crossbow, it
I
wouldn't
don't know
matter.
how long my crossbow is.
Just look on the.
Oh, the crossbow easily has range to that.
30/120.
Oh, 30?
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still
Yeah,
disadvantage.
that's still
regardless.
disadvantage. I thought the crossbow had a longer minimum range.
The light crossbow has 80. Hers is a heavier one, I think.
Hers is a light crossbow, isn't it?
Mine
or a
is
hand
light.
crossbow.
Mine's
Hers is a hand. Mine's a light
Oh,
crossbow.
okay.
Mine's 80.
All right. Okay, so what are you doing?
I guess I'll just roll for the hand crossbow.
If you want to do vicious mockery, you can.
Okay.
What's its range? 60?
60.
Okay, you can do that. That's just within range. What are the details?
If the target can hear you, it must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or take 1d4 psychic damage
Okay.
and
Wis-
have a disadvantage of the next attack.
Okay, what is your spell save DC on your spell sheet? You should just pull that out and leave it out.
DC 13.
13, wisdom saving throw, right? Okay. That is a save. 18. Well, yeah, it's still a success. Okay, so it succeeds and takes no damage, right? Okay. All right. Valiant attempt.
Does it still have disadvantage though? No, you have to.
No, it has to succeed. Okay, that is the end of round 1. We're at the top of round 2. Taèlios is up.
He'll move out in the hallway. He has 45 speed.
Okay. Is he going to try to bust down the hallway as far as he can? He won't get to them. It depends on what attack you're trying to do, if an attack at all. Or is he just
won't get to them,
pursuing?
is what you said? Yeah, pursuing.
Well, he won't get to them if he attacks.
Yeah,
if,
no.
if he dashes, he will get to him.
Just, well, pursuing, but not. I would think he would just move his full distance.
Is he going to attack? Like, is he going
He
to throw a
can't
dart? Or
Oh, he can throw a dart. Yeah, he can throw a dart at them once he gets in range.
Okay. So you want to move him
Although it
45?
doesn't give a range for darts. Mm-hmm.
I can look that up easily enough. Write this down next to darts on that, though, the way I've written range on other stuff. So we have it for the future. The range on a dart is 20 and 60. You have damage written down, right?
All right, so he's gonna get within 20. He can move 45, so
He can move 45, so he can get within. Well, where is he? Oh, he was in the doorway, so he can get within 15 feet of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so remember that Taèlios is just 15 feet behind the only remaining of the pair of kobolds there. You don't see any others.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll an attack.
It's 10.
Plus. Oh, that's
10.
That's total.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a miss. It just goes sailing just past the left side of his head. Ting, 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 on the floor. Kobolds are up. And he is still running.
What are the odds he forgets there's a trap and runs into it?
Probably already passed the trap.
They have night vision too, though, so they can see.
Yeah, so like they haven't been down here, they know it's there. So.
Yeah.
I have a plan if they're close to a
I have a
trap.
plan. Attack!
No, it's not bad. You probably can only
Okay.
run like 25.
It's still running. It basically gets down to the end of the hallway now, right? Where it about opens up into that big room.
So it's not very close to the trap, right?
It's past where the trap was.
Yeah, I was gonna throw a. I don't know if a javelin would hit it down. I was gonna try to throw
Who's
a
up?
javelin and hit the trap.
With Kobold having gone, it is Zeldreth. You're up.
Can I get by them? I probably
Yeah, you
can't,
can
right?
get to the door.
You can, yeah, you can. It's starting to open up now in the hallway. They didn't get a lot of stuff put down in front of the door. Most of what they did get
Taèlios.
in front of it has now been pushed off to the side when the door swung open.
It's
So
not
there's
there yet.
not much in your way. There's still stuff that you had dismantled before that was laying off to
Yeah.
the sides of the hallway, but you can get through and head down there.
I'm gonna head around like right. That's in the radius of the light. I can't
Well,
remember.
this
Yeah.
is where he is. I just
What's
put
hard
it
Yeah,
back
so
there.
at this point we're just running off the map.
It's
essentially.
Yeah,
yeah, it's kind of.
We
We
can-
should get the different map.
depending if it gets to the point where there's like catching up and it
Yeah.
needs to be like that, then we are going to bring something different out. But for right now, it's not in hand-to-hand combat kind of a thing, so I'm not bringing out the map for that right now. But I'm keeping track of stuff here.
I want to
From
move to the. I
Hey,
can't
I
assume I
have
can
dark
move to the
vision.
same space as that.
You know that? Dim
Wait, can I?
You can't. I don't know. You were back here.
Dim light is still disadvantaged.
I just put him up here. That's not where he is.
Huh?
What's hard
dim
to?
light is light.
But it's dark though. Oh,
I
oh.
understand.
How far are
That's
you running
true.
forward?
Dim light is like light for you. That's correct. I didn't think about that. What did you do?
I did.
Vicious marker.
Oh, so it didn't matter.
No.
But, so with your crossbow, so that's true. However, you would not have had disadvantage because of the darkness, but you would have had. It was 30 feet,
Yeah.
right? Then
So-
you would have had disadvantage because of the distance. But you're right. A good reminder.
No, it was 60 feet on the.
No, it was
Cro-
30
no,
for
the
her.
crossbow
hers
is
is
30.
30.
Oh, the crossbow.
Hers is a hand crossbow. It's
Yeah.
smaller than the normal.
So, but as a gnome, that's right. Dim light is like light to you. That's correct. So you do not have disadvantage in dim light. Good reminder. You were moving through the door down the hall. How far?
I
There,
don't know if I
there's-
can be in the same space as
60 feet, you can move. Or no, you can't
You
move
can run
60 feet.
30
I can run 30.
No, you can run double that.
if he wants to.
If you want to, you can run 30 and do an action, or you can run 60 and not do an action. Well, half of that.
Well,
would
there's
be
no
an
action you can take at half of that, so it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna run 30, and I'm gonna pull out my great axe in case they're in the door.
That counts as what you do. Like that doesn't.
Well, I can do that. I can move
Yeah,
and
you
pull
can-
out.
I'm saying you can still move 30 more feet if you want.
I don't want to go that far.
Okay. He's down in hit points. Just allow him a little bit of not wanting to stick his neck out and
Down,
go
it's
down.
down to hit points.
12 HP.
All right, most of us are around 10.
Okay, just whatever. You're going 30 feet and you're readying your great axe.
Yep.
Okay, good enough. You're 30 feet down the hallway now. Okay, so actually have him 30 feet because that one we can mark
30
on
feet
there.
down the hallway?
Yep,
If you get there.
that's fine. Okay. That brings us to Morzza.
And how far? Like, can I see the kobold right now?
It has run out of the. It has run out of the light right now. It is continued to move down the hallway where these globes are from dancing lights are lighting up the area around that first pair of rooms. He has run out of that light and down the hallway.
So how far away is that, like, from me? The last.
Well, you don't
light.
know. You just know the light is.
Having been in that hallway not all that long ago, you know roughly how long the hallway is. Have you moved? How far down the hallway have you moved?
I
He's
moved
10
in.
feet into it.
10 feet into the hallway. So you would know that this kobold is probably anywhere from 75 to 100, 110 feet away ish. You're not exactly sure how far he got because you can't see.
So I'm just gonna say that. I don't know. Like, they probably won't do this, but there's also the doors on the side, and so there could be kobolds inside
Exactly.
the rooms.
That's what I'm thinking.
And so we run past them, and they could come back out behind us. They might not do that. They might not be smart enough to think about that. They might be running away too. But there could be guys. I don't know how far down are the rooms. Are they like straight here? Or are they?
The rooms are 50 feet. 50 feet from the door is where the hallway opens up into the first pair of rooms.
Yes, I wouldn't be quite that far.
Yeah, I'll run the 50 feet. Let's see. He's probably around 50, isn't he?
He's 30 feet in.
30.
Or no,
30.
you mean Taèlios?
Yeah.
He is about 60 feet in.
Yes. I'll run up. I can run.
Or
I'm 10
no,
feet
He
down.
was 45.
45 feet in. Sorry.
He's just shy. He's almost at the opening of those rooms.
So I'll just run up the 45 feet. I'll dash too.
So you'll get up to the rooms?
Yeah.
Or you're going to stop at Taèlios?
I'm gonna stop at Taèlios.
Okay.
And I'll have my sword and shield out ready.
Okay. You get up, stopping just shy of the rooms.
Yeah, just with them. Just
Okay.
I'm up there with them.
Okay. And having used your dash for at least part of that movement, that is your turn. Farryn's up.
All right. So what I'm gonna do here is light a torch because no one else has put a torch out, and we need lights that most of us can see.
Okay.
So I'm putting a shield away. I'll have a torch and a sword.
Okay. Remember that a torch is 20 feet bright, 20 feet dim.
Okay. So that part of my action. And what else? The other thing I want to say is I want to tell the people. I'm like yelling down. I'm saying that I can track. I was like I've marked him.
All right.
And so I want to say don't kill him.
Okay. Movement-wise, what are you doing?
I
Anything?
want to move up to them. So lighting the torch is probably what 30 or part of my action, so I can move 30 feet in the hallway. So
No, that's interacting with an object. That's a simple thing that you could do as you're moving, I think. So that's interacting with an object is like a free movement as long as it's not some major thing that you're doing. And lighting a torch, I don't consider major. So you can dash and move 60 or stop at the 45 or 50.
I'll
where
move
they
up
are.
to the 50 feet with them.
Okay, so you move up to the rooms. Okay, so the three of you, so Taèlios and Morzza and Farryn are now basically up to that first opening. Okay, and you've got a torch lit.
Yes, and I've
Okay.
already told everyone that I'm tracking this guy.
And
I've
you're
marked
saying
him.
that's
I've marked him.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. He says so. So Farryn shouts out not to kill the one. None of you can see him anyway.
No, I'm the only one who has the potential to be able to kill him right now.
What?
I'm the only one who has the potential to kill him right now.
Okay. So Farron's turn done. Thaèndrys is up.
Okay, I'm gonna keep sending my lights. I'm gonna run up, use all my actions to run, catch up with them, and then keep sending lights down the hallway.
Okay.
Two.
Down and again, like until
Just down again, just to try to like move it to where we can see him, and then like move it so where like the last one is on him, and there's others in front of him. So like if
Okay.
he keeps moving, we can. Continue.
Okay, so as you're moving, you send the lights down the hallway, and they take off and they move in a line down the hallway, and you can see that they get to the part where, remember, there's no doorway there. It just
Yeah.
opens up into the big room that you first came into, and you can see a single kobold just starting to round the corner, heading
down
to
towards
the
the
left.
Towards the statues, yeah.
Towards the room.
To the left, yep. And so
I would love to get a tilt touch on him right as he goes
Yeah.
around the corner. But
So you have your lights, and you send them. So three of them go into the room a little bit,
and then one.
and then the one just is hovering above him right in the doorway. Okay, so he's visible right now. And you moved or did
I moved twice. So.
Oh, that's right. So you moved up to the same. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't
So,
have an attack action.
10 feet wide. You can't be now. You can't be 4
Yeah,
across.
I'll be.
There's 4 of you up, kind of 2 and 2 up by those doors. Nix, you're up.
You can get a check
And you
off.
moved up.
Just move up as far as I can, which is I have.
I'll
0.5.
also remind everyone of the trap as we run up. Just so there was a trap in the hallway.
Okay.
I think it was on the right side.
Yeah, I think we've mentioned to avoid it.
Why don't you activate your lights too? But there's no point not activating them. Just to have extra
Just-
lights.
She plays her character. Right now you've got light. You've got 20 feet of bright light at the doorways now. So a good chunk of the hallway is lit up, plus the afterglow of it for another 20 feet of dim light, plus the lights at the end of the hallway. One way or another, most of the hallway is lit up right now. Okay. The hallway is you can see enough, and you've been in it enough now. Hallway is 110 feet long. So you've got 40, well, I guess your light at the end only lights up to 10 feet. So all around the pair of rooms where the openings are north and south, you've got light to what looks like probably halfway, you would guess. Halfway down the wall, down the hallway to the next pair of rooms. It's lit about halfway down, plus the same distance back down the hallway with the direction you came from. And then there's a little bit of darkness between the torchlight and your light at the end of the hallway. So you can't see the second pair of openings yet in the hallway. You're up. What are you doing?
I moved forward.
Do you want to stop this thing at this point since we're not really doing anything?
For now, just leave it. I can always cut out what I don't want.
I don't know how far I'm supposed to move forward. I have 25.
Well, you can move twice.
Well, if you're not, you can move 50 feet if you're not going to take an attack action or anything like that. You can use your action to move and get all the way up to them.
Well, I don't want to get all the way up to them.
You don't want to get up to them? To them. I don't mean the kobolds, to them.
I know. I want to be behind them still.
You would do that. That's what I'm saying.
Still a few feet behind them.
Why do you need
That's
to
the
be
point.
behind
You're
them?
moving up to us.
That's actually probably the worst spot because if they come from behind.
Okay, you're up to them. Okay, you're behind them. Okay. We're establishing a marching order in the middle of kind of a combat scenario. So well done. All right, that is the end of that round. Taèlios is up at the top of round 3.
Yep. We'll just continue to run. He's gonna avoid the trap in the middle of the hallway.
Okay, what is he doing to avoid the trap?
It's been a while, so I don't
It
know.
was on
this
one.
a pit?
It was on one half of the hallway. It was like one of the floor things. So if you like run on the one other side of it, you can avoid it because it was just a pressure plate.
Was it?
Is that what it was?
No,
I don't
think
remember.
It was. I
It's
don't
been a
think
while
it was. I
since
don't
we
think it was. Plus,
It was I thought it was a tripwire or something.
No, it was a
No.
pitfall thing.
No,
You're gonna have to remind us because I do not remember what this trap was.
I don't know that I have to remind you.
No.
You may need
not.
to
Like
you may need to
we
roll
did
a
set it
check to
off.
see if he remembers.
It's like
we
months.
did.
No,
We
it's-
didn't set it
What
off.
it was we saw that there was a difference in the
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
It's
No, we
probably
saw-
a pitfall where
But
if
we
you
also
step
saw-
on it, you either fall or act.
Okay, well, we know where it's at. It's right in the
There's holes in
center.
the wall,
It's right in the
it's
center.
darts.
There's holes in the wall, and I know there's something that triggers the darts. We know exactly where it's at, so he's gonna jump over that middle section of the hallway.
Okay, I have heard enough people say that they're saying something about watch the trap, that I will grant that even if he didn't remember it, he would know that there is a trap there. Who can say with confidence, if anyone can say with confidence, what the nature of the trap was as it was discovered?
Well, I know what the trap was.
It was-
The trap was darts in the wall that come out.
Yeah.
I don't think we
it
ever
was
searched
dark.
it. We just
It
assumed.
was dark.
We assumed that it was
But I don't
dark.
remember if we found the trigger, or if I think we found the trigger, but I don't
Yeah, it
remember.
was one of the squares on
Yeah.
the floor.
We
One of
didn't
the squares
activate it.
on the floor was one that if you step on it, it would send the darts out of the wall.
Yeah.
Or send whatever it was out of the
Yeah,
wall.
we
Who
didn't-
knows if
we
it was
didn't
darts?
check
It could be
It
something
probably
else,
was
but
dark.
That's what it was.
All right.
Great.
It was in between the first and the second doors too. The openings to the rooms.
We know exactly where it was, right in the middle of the hallway.
And so you're saying he's doing what?
We know exactly what it is. It's on the floor, or it's either a tripwire on the low ground. He's jumping over it.
Okay. So he's running in the hallway, he's going to jump over where he thinks it is.
Where we know it is.
It's dark. It's dim light. Now,
Okay, so then we're waiting
hold
for the
on,
torch.
hold on. As an elf, dim light is light to him. Actually, is it dim light?
I think that's it.
Your torch is right here. It is dim light, so it's light to him. Fair enough. Since it's light to him, no problem. No roll needed.
Can't believe we thought it was a tripwire. It wasn't a tripwire.
I didn't say I thought it was a tripwire.
You
I said it was either a
tripwire.
trip-
Settle
Tripwire,
down. Settle
Or it was a
down.
pressure plate.
It was a pressure plate.
Therefore, all you have to do is jump over it.
Yes. All you have to do is jump over it if you know where it is and can see it. Since it's light, good enough. Fair enough. He's able to do that. How far is he moving?
That's
He can
45 feet.
he can get to the end of the hallway if you want him to.
Yeah, he has night vision, right? Elves have night vision.
He has
Or heat vision.
dark vision. It's called in 5e. It's called dark
Yeah,
vision.
so he'll get to the doorway so he can really see you.
So when he gets to the end of the hallway, because of the dancing lights he's got down there, it would be like bright light to him in that area, and into the big room too.
Yeah, so,
So he can see just.
he wants
fine.
to see where he's going.
Well, he can basically get up to it. He just won't have an attack left at that point, unless you want to have him run. He could get an attack just as the thing rounds the corner, but you've already shouted, "Don't kill it."
Yeah, no, he's not going to kill it. He's going up to the entrance. He doesn't want to get right on its tail, so he doesn't want to make it turn around to attack him, but he wants to get up.
Okay,
and
so he gets
pressure it.
basically to the end of the hallway, just staying back a little bit from the kobold.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. He's there.
Kobolds continue to run for your.
Why should there's kobolds in the places?
Okay. Kobold's turn is over. Well, everybody could see it because of the globe down there. It fully disappears around the corner, heading to the north. Which brings us to Zeldreth.
Okay, well, I'm gonna move up to the end of the light, like where I can see, because I'm not gonna risk the trap and tripping and falling over it and having something happen to me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the very end of the light.
The end of the bright light. The end of the light would be close to where the next set of doors are. It goes. You've got 20 feet of bright light, and then 20 feet of dim light, and then somewhere in that area is where the next pair of doors are going to be.
And I'm gonna go to the very end of the bright light.
Okay, so just a little ways past the pair of doors that you're at, remembering not to go too far, and you've already indicated you're aware of the trap, so good enough. You're fine. You're basically up there, and you're in safety at where bright light kind of becomes dim light. That brings us to Morzza, I believe. Yeah.
Just want to quickly ask, weren't there torches on the side of the walls that we lit?
They're out.
Okay, so they extinguished them? Good. Just wanted to make sure. So, I could have seen, what's his name?
You can also see, looking down the hallway, where it opens up, where his globes are, into that room, because you had torches lit in there too, and that room was fairly well lit by the time you guys left it. It's dark now.
Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, I could have seen Taèlios jump, right? So I know where he jumped.
Yeah, if you were paying attention, and you were already indicating an awareness of the trap, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump where I saw him jump.
So you're dashing?
Yeah.
Double movement?
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure everyone remembers the rooms. Probably not. I'm gonna yell out, "Be careful of the rooms. There might be kobolds in them."
The other thing is, so just for fun, make an investigation check with advantage.
5. That's better. 18.
18. Okay. With that, as you're running down the hallway, you're remembering the trap and you're reasoning in your mind the location of the thing in the floor that you saw. And it was dead center. And you know that if you just pick a side of the hallway, you're going to miss it.
Okay. So I'll do that as I'm running by. Just make sure, careful of the room, just in case kobolds are in there, so that we're not leaving all the weak nicks behind, and then they come out and attack.
Well, it's her fault for not coming.
Did you
up
say
with
you're looking?
No, I'll just yell to them just to be careful of the room.
Yeah,
Don't just
okay.
run by without even paying
Fair
any
enough.
attention to them.
Fair enough. Okay, so you were up to the first pair of rooms, and your movement is 30, right?
Yeah, so 60.
So you move past the next pair of rooms, and you're almost to where the hallway opens up into the big room.
Okay.
Okay? Remember that. Remember where you are. Farryn, you're up.
I'm gonna move down the hallways and move down. I want to light the torches on one side. Just move it as I move down. I can
With the torch, yep.
I do that one I want to make a double movement too.
Double movement. So you're basically where, well, yeah, same movement. So yeah, you're basically
And
where he
I'll
is now.
line the wall so I avoid the trap.
Okay. So as he's done with that, this hallway is now well lit. It's not like there was a lot of torches in here, but there's enough that it's lit now. Okay. Double movement. End of your turn, Thaèndrys. You're up.
Double movement, catching up with them.
Okay.
I'm gonna send the lights when I get up. When I get to the room, I'm gonna send my lights down towards down around the corner.
Okay. And how far? I mean, so you're not to the corner yet, right?
Mhm.
You're just kind of sending them down that
I'm just
way.
gonna send them a little ways down, just to light it up ahead.
Give me how many feet?
Let's send like 30 feet in, just like a
Okay.
normal movement. So wherever
North, the way that you saw him running, or
Yeah.
straight in?
I'm gonna send like 2 down, like so the room had like the pillars, so 2 like kind of down the pillars, and then 2 kind of like out, just to kind of create like a little.
Okay. Fair enough. Double movement. You're down there too. Your turn is done. Nix, you're up.
What about, did he already check?
Huh?
Has he already gone?
Me?
I had you go. Yeah, he went.
Okay, I'll just run after them again.
Then she looks through this
Okay.
door and see if there's any
Considering
kobolds.
you through
Oh.
those doors, but I don't want to be left behind.
Well, you run and look through them and see if you
Okay.
see any.
So you're taking off down the hallway. Double movement. Okay, that's 50, and you were up to them, but just a little bit high. So okay.
Hurry up,
So
Nix.
so where you are is just not quite to the next pair of doors there.
Left behind.
Okay, but
I'm
they're-
left
that
behind.
just puts them about 15, 20 feet ahead of you. It's not like you're a great distance from them. So, okay, that's the end of that. Round 4, Taèlios is up.
Can we because this process is just going to repeat. Taèlios falls behind the kobold. We all move up. Taèlios wants to stop. If he goes into a door, he wants to stop him from potentially locking the door on us. That's Taèlios' goal.
Okay.
So Taèlios is doing the exact same thing, falling behind. But the goal is, if the kobold goes through one of the doors we know is not the end of the hallway, he then wants to prevent that from being locked if there's a lock on it.
Okay, well, right now, Taèlios can't see the kobold because he hasn't gone into the...
I'm saying he's going in the room.
Okay, so he still in chase, still giving chase, right? So he...
And he wants to check both sides because he wants to make sure he's not... Like, he doesn't want it to be just... As soon as he walks in the doorway, there could be one.
As he enters into the big room, he's glancing.
Yeah, just check both sides because he has heat vision or dark vision. Whatever.
Looks, well, it's lit in dim light now anyway, which is bright light to him because he's still got it. Well, no, you moved your globes.
Mine are. He moves technically into the room before I move mine because he action happens before mine.
No,
No, this is a new
this
round.
is a new round. You moved him up last round
Oh,
at the
yeah.
end of the previous
Yeah.
round.
But they're like
But
30
that's
feet
okay.
into it.
It's dim vision for, it's dim light for him and bright light a little ways to the north. And he is able to glance and see, as he rounds the corner, he knows which way the thing went. He glances, doesn't see anything, and keeps heading north. He can see now you said 30 feet?
Also, he's skirting the left wall because he knows there's 2 traps in the middle.
Right.
Left wall going towards the pillars. Or towards the statues.
I got you.
Towards the big circle stars on the ground.
So, as he rounds the corner, he believes he can see some movement because this would be technically out of where he would be able to see in bright light. But beyond that, he sees movement further up towards the altar, statues, and that, heading north that direction. The question is, how far does he want to run?
Does he see the current kobold that we're chasing?
He sees movement, which he
Oh,
could
so this
reasonably assume is the kobold. The only thing that you have seen, because the other one went down a long time ago.
Yeah, so he has.
Where a long time means 18 seconds ago.
He has movement. So he has, or was it 90 movement? So he's
that is enough to get him to where he can see the movement right now.
He wants to at least move past the lights so that they're not hindering any further dark vision past the lights.
Okay.
As soon as he moves past the lights, then he should be able to use his dark vision.
He's seeing movement roughly 60 feet north in the room right now.
He just wants to move, I would say, 40 feet to get past the
globes?
Past the globes, and then he'll have his dark vision after that.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So if he goes 40 feet...
The dim light is only 10 feet. So.
Right, so now he's seeing in the darkness as though it's dim light. And he can just see, again, it's just a shadowy silhouette almost, running to the north, again, between the pillars and the wall, and running to the north end of the room. So he runs a single amount, right? 45, you said? Is he doing anything else? Any action?
Or is that only 40? Is it only take 45 to get past that?
Isn't his movement 45?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, I thought he was further
He
back.
was right at
in
the.
hallway.
He was right at the door. So
He was right at the opening, so he's run... Yeah. So his normal movement gets him to roughly 15, 20 feet from where this is, from what he's seeing, where he's seeing the movement.
Okay, he'll move. You keep moving, but he still wants to keep the distance between him and the kobold.
So just 45 then, leaving 15 feet or so between them.
That's assuming the kobold's up against like the left wall, for example.
Well, it's running between the pillars and the wall, just running north.
Yeah, but so he might just run down the side of the wall, but he'll keep the space in between him. That doesn't mean he doesn't run past the kobold, like not past the kobold, but like to the side of it, maybe 20 feet to the side or something.
There's not 20 feet. There's not 20
Is
feet.
he getting up to the kobold, or is he staying back behind it?
Depends on how much space is between him and the wall.
There's 20 feet between the pillars and the wall. Kobold's running right down the middle, basically.
Okay, so he'll just get 20 feet
Maybe with a slight
behind. He'll
angle
keep 20
to
feet
the
behind the kobold then.
northeast. How many?
20 feet behind the kobold.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
So I don't remember how much space is on that map, so that's why I was thinking there was more than
Yeah.
No,
From
it
pillar
was
to
just-
wall, it's 20 feet.
I thought there was way more than that.
Okay. Kobold's turn. It continues to hightail it, and you hear the sound of a door closing.
So the kobold is still running, but there's a door closing also. Taèlios hears this.
The door is over by the statue. The big statue, there's a door to the right of it.
No, I
there's
know,
a
but
door
I'm
on
saying
either
this is
side
what
of it.
Taèlios is hearing, right? Because we're not going to be able to hear this.
Right, I'm telling you because you're running his character.
Okay.
Although it depends, on. I wouldn't say that no one else can hear it, but it's not like it's closed gently. It is you. The kobold continues to run, and after a few seconds, you hear sound of a door closing, coming to,
Yeah, so it's the
with a
kobold.
bit of force.
Locking the kobold out.
Taèlios.
Oh, that was the kobold right now.
Taèlios has every reason to believe that it has just gone through the. So, reminder of that room.
I remember.
There's 2 doors on the north end of the room.
Yeah.
So, from your vantage point, as you're running up this side of the room, this door, the west door, is the one Taèlios is reasonably concluding that this kobold has just passed through and closed.
We all make the same movements as we did last time.
We can't, though. I mean, I guess if he goes first. Who goes first? I forget. Because lights. There's no lights there.
It'd be meaner.
It's Zeldreth, Morzza, Farryn, are the next 3.
Alright,
You can always. Well, no, that's just holding an action. That'd be different. But
Can we just say everyone moves with the light source? Who needs to move with the light source?
you can also, depending on what you want to do and what your intentions are, you can also pull back and we break out of initiative if you want to, unless you want to stay in this pursuit. We needed to be in initiative to track every little thing along the way, so that we could do it rather than say, well, they run and get away from you, or whatever. That wouldn't be fair. We need to see how it goes with initiative and what steps you guys are taking. Yeah, go ahead.
There's one thing I want to do. I'm gonna go up there and glance in the doors and see if I see anything. Like, I assume there wouldn't be kobolds.
The
in
next
there.
pair of doors?
Like every door. Like if I just glance in and see if I see anything.
Those doors are still open, and the rooms are dark, but the hallway is lit, and there's a little bit of light that filters into those rooms, and you don't see any movement as you glance into those rooms.
Okay.
You can't see to the end of them. They're not big rooms. They were 30 by 30. But what you can see, you don't see any movement in them.
I'm just gonna go up, obviously, into them.
I think we can just break out of
To them, you're moving
I
up.
would say we can break out of initiative. However, Taèlios' goal was to stop the door from being locked. Therefore, he would potentially, if that was a thing, would have that opportunity theoretically at the beginning of the next initiative to do what? To yank the door open or something.
You don't need us to switch out the maps now?
Well, I think we're going to have to. I just want to look at something real quick.
I'm going to stop this camera.
Yep, that's fine.
Still didn't get to see what's inside the coffin.
Yeah.
Do you want us to take the stuff off?
Hold on. Okay. So you're in area... I almost said it. You're in...
That's it. Area 51?
Area 51. You are in Area 51.
I knew it. It's real.
Okay.
Who cares what's in this coffin? We don't need it.
Okay, so let's do this.
What's this silly
Let's
nonsense?
get the pillars and put them in this box. Right? Yeah, well,
Hold it back.
just set this out here. We may still want them. Just leave it where you can get them. This can go out.
We're going to immediately need the next one.
Yeah, I understand. So let's not set the pillars up on this for that very reason.
That was one.
Put them right in there. Taèlios has been the lead.
Set some dice on those, or just get those corners
I don't know what
put
you
down.
do, sorry. I'm not gonna put it here.
I'm putting my light off of the map to hold down the corners.
Yeah, fair enough. Go ahead and get the phone out too, so that there's a
For this
shot
one?
of this. Yeah, just for now. Just for now. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. As someone wise once said.
You can adjust as you need to. It's just a bad spot for me.
I have an open
Fine.
corner.
Yeah.
Do that.
Leave me an open corner.
Yeah. good.
Okay.
Okay.
That's where we're at.
So you have general light in this area now. Pretty good light with between a torch and...
Also, I'm lighting the torches down.
Okay, fine. So you've got light up in this corner of the room now between the globes, the torch, and the torches in the sconces along the wall. And Taèlios is the first one at that door. What is he doing? Is he waiting?
No, he's trying to stop it from being locked if it had that potential.
Okay. So he's trying the door then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Soon, that would be the beginning of that next initiative. He would be trying the door.
Yep. Okay. Throws the latch, feels the door start to move. He
Open
knows,
outward
he
then.
knows it's not locked.
Open outward or inward?
Pushing in.
Alright, he would just shove it inward.
Okay.
And be ready for this.
Okay, so he shoves it in, and what he sees before him, which we'll get down in just a second, I imagine, or we can if we need to, is a hallway that extends 20 feet north. With his dim vision, he can see this, plus light spilling out into there now. And depending on what you want to do with the globes, that's up to you. But what he can see for sure is it 10-foot hallway, 20 feet north, and then across another 10 feet, there's another wall, and it looks like there might be a T intersection of hallway there. Coming towards me, 20 feet and then a T.
I mean, we all get to it, and I'm going to send my lights down the hall.
So without question, you can see that's exactly what happens. It goes 20 feet north, and then there's 10 feet across and a T intersection of a hallway.
Okay. So he'll wait for us to get up to him. And still being quick about it here, I'm going to go down the hallway. I'm going to pass a torch to someone else here because I'm going to be tracking. So whoever wants to take it, I say I need someone to pass the torch to.
That sounds like a Nick's job to me.
Sounds like a Nick's job.
Take it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go up to this T intersection, and then I want to try to find which direction this is going.
Okay.
If we can't turn around the corner.
Wait,
And
there's another thing. Are there torches along the way? Cause
In the hallway,
yeah, that we can light along the way down there.
there are still some torches. There's in just this 20 feet of hallway, there's one torch.
That's why I'll tell Nick, make sure we light this so that we
Okay.
have.
And also,
Can
since I'm tracking, we know there's been traps. I want to make sure I keep an eye out for like maybe things in the wall, dart holes, tripwire.
Pressure plate too.
Pressure plate.
What were you going to say?
I was just going to say, can you just give me an order here? Everybody, who's doing what? In fact, just a second. If we're going to do this, let me...
So people can see.
Taèlios will be in the front.
By the way, this thing right here.
How far is your dark vision, Joshua?
Look at that.
120.
Mine's 60.
That's he's a Drow.
I know.
Drow live in the dark.
No kidding.
Okay, for right now, I let me hold off for just a second on this.
Doesn't it mean that if I have light, then I can automatically see a trap?
It means if you can see the stuff, then you have.
Okay, so you're moving down the hallway. You said you're checking for traps. Go ahead and give me a perception check. Oh.
That's 19.
That's that, yeah.
19. Okay. As you move north into that hallway, about 10 feet in, you find a little plate in the center of the floor that reminds you of the one that you all were aware of in the...
Same space always, right? We just skirt it on the left side. Right?
It's in the middle.
Okay. So I'll point out to them behind me as I pressure light here.
Okay. Fair enough. As you looked around, by the way, you don't see anything around you. You know, in the hallway, just to refresh your memory, what you saw in the hallway was real narrow slits
Yeah.
that went up to the ceiling and down the
Yeah.
walls. You don't see that here, but you do see a plate. So that's what you've got. Moving to the corner.
Moving to the
To the
T.
T, I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting up there.
Also, I pulled my shield back out since I passed my torch off.
Okay, so you get up there. It's mostly dark for you right now, unless you've
I
thrown.
was going to send mine up and.
Okay, so it spreads out. You see that it goes.
Also, Nyx is right behind us in line, so like 5 feet behind with the torch. So technically.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so well, glancing around the corner with his lights that are up there, you can see it goes down. You can't see all the way down, but you do know that door is there.
Yeah.
Right? So you figure it's heading that way anyway. Whether it goes beyond it or not, you can't tell from this distance. And it goes west beyond what your line of sight is right now, unless you're going to bring a torch up or anything more than just those globes.
Taèlios is coming up too because he can look down either hallway and potentially see
Okay.
more.
Fair enough. So he can see... Farryn, up.
I know, yes.
So he can see that the hallway going east looks like it ends and goes down to that door.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one goes west beyond his line of sight right now, behind the distance.
So I'd want to just double check. I've got the mark on it, so we assume left, so I want to check, make sure we can see him. Well, so we can't see, so Taèlios would be able to see, if he can see the end, right, he would be able to see any creature in the hallway.
Make a perception check for Taèlios.
Let's see, I don't remember what his plus is. I think he has a 6, yeah. 17.
17?
Yeah.
He hears a door close in the distance to the west.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll follow it that way. I'll be checking for traps.
When we get
We're
to the
going
hallway,
that way.
as we get to the hallway, I'm gonna send some of my lights just down to confirm that it goes to that door.
Oh, yes.
Send them down there and then just see, like, does it keep going past the door? Does it stop? That kind of.
They go down and you see a 90-degree turn in the hallway, and then you lose sight of it as it goes south, back towards that door.
Okay, so it's just like a 90-degree here, and that's it.
That's what you see from down there.
If I send it, there's a wall right there, so they can't go any farther. Than
Correct.
Okay.
You see a wall there. Yep.
So it's just another way to get back into this area.
It looks like it.
Okay.
From where you are, that's what
Well,
it looks
yep,
like.
check
All
for-
you can tell
Should
is...
check for
for-
secrets.
yeah.
Yeah.
Traps.
Okay, perception check.
Probably both Taèlios and I will be doing this
That's fine.
all the way down.
So, yeah. It's the same thing for you. You're rolling twice regardless. Whether you're
Why would,
rolling
why would I be rolling twice?
because if you're rolling for Farryn and Taèlios, you're helping each other. Since you're running him, whether you roll each of you singular or you with advantage or whatever, you're doing the same
I'm rolling
thing.
once.
You're rolling twice.
So I rolled for myself. I got a 12, and Taèlios got a 12 also.
Okay. Neither of you find anything. As we'll say, you moved 30 feet down the hallway.
Yeah, and so because we know about this, we'll probably still be avoiding the middle of the. A lot of the traps have been in the middle, so it makes sense to just stay on the left or right side.
Okay.
I'll be lighting torches on the way down if we find any.
Okay. There, you have found one in that 30 feet.
Okay, we'll continue.
Okay, it's well lit. Another 30 feet. Roll another perception check.
24 for me. And that's
I think that's gonna be enough.
24.
You find no signs of it, and you get to a 90-degree bend in the hallway,
Turning back this way, north,
bending south,
towards this place.
that direction.
Oh, so we come here and it bends and it goes back.
Okay.
So you came 20 feet. So really, this hallway is off that map.
So we go, and so 20 feet, and then.
And then past the 20 feet to actually get in the hallway.
Oh, so 20 feet, and then the hallway
Then
starts
the
here,
wall
and
is
then
another
goes-
10 feet beyond that.
Okay.
So, and then so you're moving north of where that is.
Yep.
And then you're coming down.
Okay.
The south, and as you bend the corner, you can see that the hallway only goes another 20 feet south, and ends in a door.
I'm finished checking for traps.
And go ahead and roll.
That is a 13 for myself, and a 22 for Taèlios.
This is what you have mapped out, with the exception of that one side, but I'm just going to give that to you.
Okay, so this is like that.
Yep.
It didn't quite line up because these squares, this was very frustrating to me, and you know how I am. I almost wanted to redo this.
Oh, that's
because
weird.
those
they don't line up.
Those squares are not perfect inches. They are an inch on one side, and they're slightly less than an inch on the other. So unless you do the maps the same direction with the paper oriented
The
the same
squares
way,
aren't a perfect square.
Nope.
What?
Drove me nuts. I got done with that and saw that they didn't line up, and I almost had to redo that one just because of that. Drove me nuts.
All right.
So
You can't even see this anymore, so I would move that as the center distance
if you
on
want
the
to,
table.
take the big room off right now if you want to. You know what? Just that's fine. Leave it,
It
as
doesn't
it
matter
is.
Okay, so we went up to here, and how far down here?
Keep
are
on
we?
scooting.
Oh, I was looking for this. Thank you. There's one paintbrush I have that has
Excuse
this
me,
really
bristle.
long bristle on
Excuse
it,
the-
and the one I have on it right now, the bristle sticks out of the end just a little bit. So this is the one I need.
Right there.
How far down the hallway are we?
We already checked the last.
I'm glad I didn't vacuum that
Yeah,
up.
but that's in front.
Doors probably like locked. Actually, no, would they be locked?
So we're up to the door now, right?
Yes.
All right, we'll go ahead and open the door.
Check for traps on the door first.
Sure. why
Yeah.
not? I will check for traps
Perception check.
on the door with Taèlios. Why do I keep rolling garbage? 11 for me and 23 for Taèlios.
Okay. He finds no evidence of a trap on the door.
All right, we'll shove the door open viciously.
You shove viciously and nothing happens
the door
because
pulls
the
inward.
door is locked.
City.
Does the door have a keyhole?
The door does have a keyhole in it.
Does it match up with the obsidian key we found on the back of the statue earlier?
Not even close.
Oh,
I think it's time to use it by force. Get it by force.
Since I put a mark on this creature, can I see anything on the door like that would indicate where if you like touch a button or or did something with the door?
I don't know that a hunter's mark would give you a feature like that on a door, but I can tell you that what you're seeing is, aside from the fact that it's a door made out of the same material that everything seems to be made out of here, or most things, it is a door with a handle and a keyhole.
We try to pick the keyhole. Try to pick the lock.
Yeah, I guess we'll try to pick the lock. I don't know
We
which
have-
skill that even
With
is.
what?
Yeah, we don't have that because we didn't buy it, guys.
We haven't. I'm pretty sure didn't
With
they?
dragon claws.
Yeah,
With what?
dragon claws.
Oh, the Dragonborn
Yeah,
claws?
we're gonna use our dragon claws and open it.
All right, I guess we're forcibly entering.
Exactly. It's time to my clan. Plan B.
Okay.
Does the door open in or does it come towards us? Like, does it shove in or does it pull out? Where are the hinges? Give us a-
It looks like it would open in.
So they would be smashing into the door to bust it inward.
Would it be better to smash into it or push on it? Probably smash into
It'd be
it.
at run start probably.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's gonna be kind of hard to push open a door.
You
that's
can
locked.
forcibly open locked doors. That's not a
I
hard
mean,
thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Right. The point she's saying is it's not a wooden
Yeah,
door.
that's what
It's
I'm saying.
not-
Wooden doors
So
are a
maybe
lot
it'll be
easier.
harder than a regular door, but you can still break into locked doors. It's
Well,
not-
yeah.
Okay.
Just shove on the door first, see if you can do it without, like,
So yeah, so
Okay,
me
we'll
and
try shoving
Zeldreth will go up there and push on the door.
Okay.
You're fine. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to do the same kind of a check.
Taèlios is gonna
Just this is just a strength check to
you guys
see
both have
whether
18
you can
strength?
get it to
Yeah.
budge.
Yeah.
All right, Taèlios is getting this crowbar out too, because if we get any sort of leeway, he's gonna leverage the crowbar on the door.
Are you kidding me?
Why do you
22.
roll such garbage?
I
rolls, dude?
rolled. I got a 7.
And he got 22.
All right, with your 7, the door swings wide open.
That.
Okay, you grab the latch, and of course it's not moving because it's locked, and you just throw your shoulder against it, and getting a little help from Zeldreth in the process. And the door, you feel it just kind of tremor a little bit as you throw your full weight against it, but it seems to hold pretty solid.
Is there any
And
sort
you
of
hear on the other side of the door a similar sound to what you heard at the door of the
They're
hallway.
putting stuff on
Sounds
it.
like stuff is
Are you
being
kidding me?
thrown up
So
against
is there any sort of gap that would the door didn't open at all to get the crowbar in?
The door did not open at all.
Okay.
There is it's not like perfectly flush.
Is it flush?
Well, it's even this way, but it's a door. It's not a door that's like built as a concealed door or a secret door or anything like that. So it's like any door. There's a little bit of a gap there, but there's also a jam that, well, coming from this way that has come up against,
Well, it didn't
So
help
So there's
down
no
when we
space to
rolled
Taèlios to get a crowbar in there?
Oh, sure, he could get
Right.
he could stick a crowbar in,
Alright, he's doing that.
but
see if you can, just pry the door a little bit and then shove on it again to,
Yeah.
give it.
Just give it a little bit leverage. It does a lot. So you get a little bit of leverage. Might help out with the
Well, let's hope the down rolled better than a 7.
true.
well,
that
again,
was pretty good.
it's well, if he's doing that, then I would still say then he has stepped up into the space where he would be, and you're trying to do that. So either you roll with advantage, or you and Taèlios roll individually. Actually,
Taèlios?
it's really just you rolling with advantage.
Yeah. Taèlios is trying to leverage the door, and he would roll with advantage.
So 15.
No, what's the second one you rolled?
It's 10.
Oh.
So 14. So 15 at best.
Okay. It seems to be holding pretty solid.
Gotta get it critical.
There's
Would a
been better
knife,
with me.
would you be able to use a knife at all in the lock? Like a small knife to mess with the lock at all, or is the lock small enough?
You could try. A knife isn't thieves' tools, or lock-picking tools, but you could try.
Yeah, I think we should
What
try.
would it be? Like, what would the skill be for lock picking? Would it be?
You'd have the tools.
So
Is there
So-
any sort of strength thing that Taèlios has? I don't know his monk abilities, but he's got some sort of mark or keys or something. I don't know.
Key wouldn't be able to do anything with that, I don't think.
In order to, like, almost without exception, the way to try to pick a lock is with lock-picking tools. That would be in a thieves' kit. Okay?
Would there be any
And anybody can do that. Anybody can use the various tools. But someone who is proficient with them gets to add their proficiency bonus to their roll. So, and someone who's not proficient with it, it just depends on whether or not you'd have any skill with it or not. It might be a thing where I have you roll with disadvantage, but it's neither here nor there because none of you have lockpicking tools right now.
I think we just try to push it.
But you could try something with if someone has a little knife or something.
I have a small knife.
You could try it. It's definitely going to be with disadvantage against whatever the DC is. You don't know.
Yeah, I'll try to pick it with. I have a knife, so I'll try to pick the lock with my knife.
Okay.
Not a bad one. Oh, great.
That didn't work. That was a 3.
Okay, well, let's do a running start then
Yeah.
for me and Zeldreth.
Ramming speed.
Is that fine? Would that hurt us at all if we ran straight into a door? A stone door?
Well, keep in mind, it may be.
What if I hold my shield out and then run into it?
What about me?
Keep in mind, you're running full. If you're doing that, then you're running, I assume, full force into essentially a brick wall.
That's not a good idea.
That's what this material seems like. Remember, it's like it's made of stone, but it almost has a resonance of metal. You just don't know quite what this material is, but it is solid like stone. Has this weird kind of metallic property to it as well at the same time, but it's solid stuff.
Imagine I died to hitting the wall too hard.
I mean, there is such a thing as bludgeoning damage.
I'd say we just push on it, and don't run into it.
That's fine.
We're already low as it is.
It's possible to break a lock, right? With just hitting it.
Possible.
I want to try. I have a small knife also. I'll try picking it.
Okay.
Disadvantage, you say?
Wait a minute. What'd you
Oh
ask?
my gosh.
You said disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage.
Yeah.
Okay,
20.
for my first roll.
Okay.
11 for my second roll.
Okay. That's your total. Adding your dexterity mod.
Oh, you have dexterity to this?
Yeah.
That's 16 then.
Yeah. The idea being it's a careful little precision thing you're doing. So yeah.
16 then.
Okay. You're messing with it. Same kind of thing. It's just you're not. You have a general idea of how a lock works, and your knife just isn't catching the things that a key needs to catch to unlock something.
You know, I have a question. What kind of what's the door made of?
It's
Like
the same
thing.
stone.
We
lock
don't know.
thing. The lock thing. I'm saying the lock.
Functionally, it seems to be made of the same material, but it's not one with the door. It is not. So the door is all one thing. The lock is separate, and the lock and latch are separate from the door, but made of the same material.
If we break,
So they're inset into the door.
if we break that thing, then we could probably open the door. I don't know if it would be the same thing as opening a door.
You could try.
Reuse your great axe.
Yeah.
That thing will smash it.
Would I have advantage or disadvantage or just nothing?
There's nothing to that. Just hitting it.
On a stationary item, if you were hitting an enemy that was incapacitated and stationary, you would have advantage on it. So just to swing at a latch that's just sitting there, at least on the latch, it's like you've got the latch and the lock is inset in it, and they're both attached to a plate that just barely sticks off the door. So depending on how you want to do it, you could bring an axe down on the handle of the door
Try to do it like
Or you
sideways.
to try to
Try to cut it off so you can
come down like this on
yes.
it. Okay, you can try that on the handle.
Okay.
Wait, you were trying to break the handle off?
Yes.
Don't
So
break
that,
the handle off. That doesn't do anything.
no, because then wouldn't that be able to wouldn't you be able to push the door open?
The handle is connected to the plate, and the lock, the keyhole is in the plate. So handle.
Is there much? How much?
You
of a
could just sever the handle right off, or it could crimp it a little bit and buckle the plate. You don't know. It could work. It just depends on what happens.
You want to
there
aim
any-
for the door connection because the lock.
Is there any gap between the plate and the door enough you could get like a
You said get a crowbar. and
crowbar and
yeah.
try to pry the?
We've already tried the crowbar, but I think you.
No, that was between the door and the wall. I'm talking about the plate now.
Yeah.
Is there a gap between any small gap that you could wedge a crowbar in?
Crowbar wouldn't fit in that. You'd have to try to chip away at it if you could to get a gap
Yeah.
in there. But right now there isn't one.
Should I try doing it?
You can try. I would say try hitting the the lock or the where the lock connects with the wall, but don't hit the handle because you break the handle off.
Oh, I'm not trying to hit the handle. I'm trying to hit like at the very
You
side
just said
of
what you were
the
trying to
wall.
hit the handle.
I'm trying to hit the very side of the wall where it ends. That's where I'm hitting.
The door
Yeah.
or
basically.
the latch and
So
the
like
plate.
you had a door handle and
Show me on this door.
Okay. So hitting it like right here, or right here, or like where I can get it off.
That's the handle.
The plate or the handle. Like
this
the-
thing.
Okay, so basically picture a rectangular plate around that handle that the keyhole is set into. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So what are you trying to hit?
I don't know. What should I go
You want to
for?
hit the connection between the door
Okay,
and
I'll
the
hit
wall.
with that, whatever that is.
The connection what?
Between the door and the wall, that's where you lock a door.
The gap?
That's not gonna. An axe isn't gonna fit. In
Oh, he's not going to be able to swing his axe blade and fit that and hit that thin little space. If you want to hit the latch or the plate or whatever like that you can take a swing.
Now it'd be a great time to bring out hello more.
Does anyone have like a chisel? Is that something anyone has?
No, I don't have
What's a
that.
chisel?
Thought someone did.
What's a chisel? Is it a weapon?
Can you use
It's a
a
tool.
Can you use a quill to
Oh.
pick a lock?
I got a shovel.
Nobody memorized Alohomora?
No.
Why do I have a shovel in my entertainment pack?
Shovel?
I don't know.
Yep,
You
we're
just have
gonna
one.
we're gonna dig it up. We're gonna dig from under it and get under it.
You wanna go back to the other room then?
Nope. The
We're
only
not
thing we got is 4, so we might as well.
We gotta push
We
the
could try
door
the
open.
coffin.
You guys have both roll
We could
20s.
think- we
We're
could-
just gonna sit here until you guys roll 20s
We
together.
We could try to get see what's in the coffin.
Well, if you're going to swing at it, swing at it. If that's what you're saying.
Let's swing at the thing. Let's try that.
Okay.
Swing at the plate, not the handle, though.
Okay. So we have to play.
We don't want to break the handle off the door.
With advantage, it's stationary.
Okay, that's is it strength? Yeah. So
No, you're just attacking. This
Oh.
is just an attack roll.
So it's just there's no bonus.
Yeah.
Plus
You had your
attack
weapon.
bonus.
Whatever you just
Yeah.
pretend you're attacking a
17.
kobold. Whatever your total score is for that, that's what you've got for this.
That's 19 then. Okay, 19.
19?
Yep.
19. Okay. Your axe strikes pretty true with where you were trying to hit. You were at the plate, you said, right? So at that gap right there, roll for damage.
Damage
The
roll.
12 side.
12 seconds.
Oh wait, yeah.
Your big one.
Oh yeah. 7
Plus your damage from your sword.
13. 7 plus 6 is 13.
Yeah, 13.
13?
Yep.
Okay. So your axe hits just a little bit above the plate, and it really strikes true on the door, but it sinks in just a bit, and so you find that just as an axe could chip away at stone a little bit, it chips away at this material, but not as much as if it were stone, but you've got this little chip that's been knocked away just above the plate right now, and just a little bit of the plate is now hanging, exposed. The behind it is exposed just a little bit there.
You use a
Okay.
balancing.
See if we
So
can
then
get the crowbar
I'll
in there.
use the crowbar now and like put the thing in and push it up like that.
Strength check.
10. Is this
10
advantage?
total.
With strength? 14.
Your strength modifier.
14.
14. Okay, it starts to bend out just a little bit, but it hasn't given way or anything like that.
You should
But
be able
it
to get-
bends out enough to be able to get the crowbar down a little bit more.
So really got a second pair of hands on it, right? Help or is it just...
And in fact, it's and this is what's odd again. It chipped away like stone when his axe hit. This is the same material as far as you can see, but now it's bending like metal.
I'll roll again. 6.
Oh, we're not doing
6.
anything with that one.
Okay. It just kind of reaches that. I'm going to give you one more roll on this where it is right now.
21.
21. Okay. That top part of the plate really starts to bend out now from the rest of the wall, and now you can see a gap all the way down to where the keyhole is, to where, well, You can basically see where the latch, the knob, goes through in the door right now. All the while, you're still hearing stuff on the other side of the door being thrown against it.
So do I keep going or try to hit
Keep
it?
trying to pull it down, keep trying to bend it out more.
Okay, so I'll put it in. Try to put it in further so I better and
Okay,
pull
give it a
again.
go.
I'll tell
This
them.
time, as it's gone down in, this time I'm going to let you roll with advantage as you've been able to shove this thing now way past the knob, and you can just get it in there and really try to wrench on
Okay,
it
so
now.
first roll is 11 total, and second one is 6.
I tell them to hurry up.
And that does everything you needed it to do right there.
So 11 was my highest roll.
Okay, it doesn't give.
Can we not
any
get
right
a
there.
second pair of hands on this, or
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll help him.
Yep.
let's get
And
two hands on this?
So what I want you to do is I want you to roll with advantage, and you're going to add, on top of your roll, you're going to add his strength modifier.
Okay. So first one is that one, 15. So 15, so mine is 19, and then his is 23.
Okay. As you guys pull on that thing together, the whole plate bends down like that, and and because the crowbar is down far enough, it just pops off. Then the whole plate and knob pops off, and all that's left is just a mangled mess of what was the locking mechanism in it, and it's been popped out, and part of the door has crumbled away, and this, what did go through with the tumblers, where it would turn the thing, has just been mangled right now. Whether it has unlocked the door or not remains to be seen.
Give it a shove.
I
Yeah,
get
we'll both push on it again.
Yep, and I get a team assist on Zeldreth.
You what?
Get a team assist on Zeldreth for helping them open
Yes.
the door.
Yes.
First.
Okay, so this will be forcing it open. Let's, for this, working together on this, let's do the same thing we just did, where you can roll and add his strength modifier to your total.
With advantage, just one roll.
Either or. You can roll with advantage, or you can roll and add his strength modifier to it.
It's probably better for mine, wouldn't it be? Because if we have roll advantage, I still get +4, but I get a better chance of getting a better roll.
If we did it for me though, that's
It depends.
+8.
It depends
That's
on what you
+8.
roll, because it's like being able to add 2 good strength modifiers to a roll. If you
That means
So I get +4
So you get
automatic.
+4
you get +8.
4, so it'd be +8 if you go with his.
Yeah.
I get +4.
No, +8.
I automatically get +4.
he automatically gets
I
plus
automatically
four.
get
get
+4.
+8 and all to
He's
score.
saying he automatically
So I'm
gets
saying,
plus
is it
4.
worth risking the extra +4 to roll to get better than that?
It probably is.
Because
It doesn't
even if
matter.
I roll bad roll, I think it's better to roll with advantage.
Do what you want. Just roll.
16.
16?
Yeah.
Okay. The door seems to push in just a bit more than it did before, giving you the sense that it may not be locked right now. You may have done enough damage to destroy the lock, to undo the lock, but it doesn't go in very far on that. It doesn't really open much. It just feels like you're not getting resistance at the lock now.
So it's probably the set to print in front of it right now.
So hurry up. Let's get it.
Okay, there's that one. Same thing as advantage.
It doesn't matter if you choose.
16 again.
Same story.
We get the crowbar in
You
there?
can hear on the other side right now. You can hear the chattering and squawking and yelping of kobolds right now, and you get the sense of a barking out of orders. But again, it's just a cacophony right now of kobold voices.
Okay, so the first
Wait,
one is
we should
17.
probably fix the order.
I'll deal with that in a moment.
Okay, 17.
17.
Yeah.
It's not doing it. That door is held solid right now by something, and you don't think it's the lock.
Is there a hole in the doorway though? Like, does that thing go through all the way or no? The lock.
You can take a look.
Let's take a look.
Okay. You take a look, and what you see is a silvery gray color on the other side of the door, of the hole that's there now, right up against it.
I'm going to grab the crowbar and push it in to shove the brick off. Try to shove the brick away.
Okay, strength. With advantage on this.
Can you roll some better rolls?
11.
That's enough to shove a brick. It doesn't topple, but you can tell that has shoved through, and now it's just kind of gone askew like that, and there's a little gap right there. But this thing is up here, telling you that it's stacked on top of.
Okay.
What was doing that?
I'm gonna yell through the door, and like when I get through this door, I'm gonna kill all you guys in Dragonborn so they can hear me, and then I'm gonna push the door again.
All right. Just you?
Yeah. Well, I assume he's helping me.
Yeah.
He's been helping and continues to help.
So, do you want to do advantage again, or may I add the +4 bonus from him?
I think +4 would be better, because if you get a high one, that's +8.
Well, you've been rolling garbage, so I'd say you had +4.
Alright, okay. There we go. 18, 22.
22?
Yep.
Okay, the door shoves in. It's kind of like the other door, just a couple of inches.
You get the girl, Brian.
And you hear a on the other side.
Okay. So,
Shove.
crowbar in. Does that mean, so can someone else hold the crowbar, or does one of me or Daniel have to hold it? Is there room for someone to hold it?
Just shove it again.
Just there's not room for 3 of you to be right at the opening of a doorway.
Maybe if Nyx is there.
Alright, so also as we're doing this, I want to prep an action. Because I have a spell I want to throw in as soon as I see a kobold. As soon as we get enough room to get a light into the room, I want to shoot a spell.
You gotta tell me what you're doing or what the trigger is.
Okay, the trigger is as soon as we send the light in, and as soon as we can send a light in, and as soon as that light reveals a kobold.
So as soon as you can see a kobold.
Yes. Then I'm using a firebolt.
Firebolt, okay.
Okay, I just rolled 14, 22 then, with the extra 4 from him and 4 from me.
Okay, it opens up again to about a foot now, and you hear a big toppling now on the other side of, you assume, bricks, and the door now is not giving nearly as much resistance. Okay.
I'm gonna send my lights in the moment I'll like recast them, and send them into the room.
Through the opening in the door. Okay. All right.
And I also am ready to cast an action as well.
Fair enough. Okay. You.
It's just gonna be the chill touch again.
You're holding chill touch?
Once I can see one, I'm gonna
As
cast
soon as you can see one. Okay. All right. Give it another go.
That'd be 20.
20?
Yeah, because I rolled 12, so
Yeah,
20.
Okay. It opens up enough now for. It's like it was back before. It's not fully open, but it's open enough for you guys to start going in. And what I need to do right now is
Roll for initiative.
roll initiative.
Wait, does a held action have to be taken place in an initiative order?
What's that?
Does the held action have to be taken place in initiative order?
It's going to depend on where things happen in initiative right now. Right now you haven't seen anything. The lights have gone in, but the door isn't open enough. Hasn't been.
Ready?
You know, and you don't know where they are yet,
Take
right?
that one.
Yeah.
I think we should re-roll.
Yeah.
Add that to it.
I think I got a lot. Don't tell anybody my one, but very good, Dad. I got like
You got a killer initiative roll?
I got like a
Initiative goes from lowest to highest, right?
yeah. I thought it was by lowest. That's why I was drawing low.
Oh my gosh.
We should move where this one to order right now. Right?
I probably would have stayed in the middle because of the torch, right?
I would be to the next. I would be on where you are down,
Oh, you would? Oh.
because that's where the handle would be,
Oh, I guess that's
and I
true.
was there pushing with the crowbar into the
Yes, that's
handle.
true.
So.
Okay. I need initiatives. Next.
25.
25?
I rolled a 20.
How do you have a +5 on initiative?
High dexterity.
Dexterity is high.
Yeah.
14.
Farryn?
5.
At least you're not.
14.
Okay.
You're not Zeldreth.
2.
No. I got a 30. I got a 3.
A 3.
Yeah.
We got a 2.
I got a
17.
3.
You rolled a 2.
Yeah, but I got a 3 because of my initiative.
Yeah, you got a plus 1.
Yeah, it's better than 0.
It is.
Not much.
That's okay. You know what they always say? Last will be first. First shall be last.
Yeah, that's right.
Something to that effect. Okay. Okay. We're going to leave it like this for just a second because you haven't made your way through. So,
Lights are going in immediately.
yeah.
Watch as the kobolds get like
You're
a
up.
1.
Can I see any kobolds?
You, where are you in the lineup?
She's right
I'm
in the middle, right
middle.
behind me and...
Zeldreth.
Well, behind me.
Well, me and Zeldreth.
Wait, okay, so also I'm in the center. That's because I had the, I was tracking, so obviously I'm going to move back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's...
Okay.
I'm shorter than them too, so I can see through their legs and stuff. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm going to say that. Yeah, I'm going to say you can't because you already sent your lights in.
Yeah, the moment the door opens, like the first
Yeah.
time it cracked, like
Yeah,
2
and
feet.
so
in the
you can
center.
see because those lights are in there with your dark vision, you're seeing more than just silhouettes right now up close to the door, and you can see a couple at least have come up right there. So yes, you've got at least one in your vision
Okay,
right
but
now.
I'm using vicious mockery.
Vicious mockery. How do you mock it?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
At the very least, you could say your mother was a hamster, or your father was a hamster, and your mother smelled of elderberries, or something like that. So. Okay, wisdom saving throw, right? DC 13, 14?
13.
I think
13?
it's 13. It's on your other sheet.
Oh.
Your
DC
spell
It doesn't
13.
matter.
13.
It's a fail.
Okay, so it takes 1d4 psychic damage.
So roll a d4.
Also, just so you're aware, as we're fighting here, if the creature that I put the mark on dies, I can switch the mark to another creature using a bonus action. As long as it's not in the duration, like it's outside the duration of my spell.
Say that again, I was writing something down.
So my hunter's mark says is, if the creature that the mark is on drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, I can use a bonus action on the subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
Okay. Fair enough. I will keep that.
And
in
I have
mind.
bonus attack against that one. So if I'm ever attacking the one I'm marked, which I would know which one I marked, right? If you put that mark on a creature, it's not like it's just you know which one you marked, right?
I know which one, yeah.
But I like
Oh.
myself as a ranger wouldn't know.
I
or-
think you can detect.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So, I mean, you've got to kind of
Yeah.
be able to get the lay of the land first.
Takes 4 damage.
4 damage?
These are 1 or 2 hits away from
And it
me.
has disadvantage when it attacks.
Disadvantage. I will remember that. Maybe. Okay. Thaèndrys is up.
It's going to be another chill touch.
And Morzza, Taèlios use a dexterity to determine who goes first, but Morzza and Taèlios are on deck. So I suspect Taèlios
That
goes.
is a confirmed hit. Roll 17.
My dexterity
With what
is
again?
13.
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay.
Your Taèlios.
And
Just whichever one I saw first. So I'll leave
you
it
go.
up to you which one I would attack. But I'm in the back. But I'm assuming I can see down the middle. It's something I can just summon it on a creature.
okay,
So it's not like-
okay, I know which one you saw then.
Okay.
Also, does my held action just not even matter since I'm just going in initiative roll turns, or like, how does that work? Is there otherwise there was no point in me.
Well,
holding
it's
an action.
so here's the deal. So holding an action is technically done with an initiative. Readying an action is more of a thing that you do when you're not in initiative. So you would be readying an action. Here's the problem with it, and I'm not even honestly sure whether readying an action is 5e language. Here's the problem if it's a held spell. How long do you hold a spell before you just have to release it? When you're holding an action, if you hold a spell and you pass your turn and the trigger doesn't happen by the time you get back around to you, you just lose the spell slot.
This is a cantrip.
Okay.
So it just happens.
Fair enough. But how long are you doing that? Are you... Your held action was... Name the spell again.
Firebolt.
Firebolt as soon as you saw something.
Yeah.
Right? And where are you in the lineup there?
Middle.
Most left.
Second tier?
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Also, I guess maybe does it matter if it, depending on, like, if it's a bonus action, does that mean, like, you can just do it whenever, or, because this one counts as a full action. So I don't know if that
I'll give you the firebolt before initiative. I'll give you that shot.
Okay.
That's what you were talking
It
about.
doesn't matter to me, I'm just saying, I didn't, like, what's the point of holding an action if you can't do it then?
Well, it would give you an attack before initiative. That would be the advantage right now.
That's 5.
Gone.
5 points?
5 points.
Mm-hmm.
5 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 5.
Okay. You saw as the door swung wide and your lights right there, there's one basically straight in that you see. And it was chill touch? Okay. So you cast your spell and this blue icy energy goes out and connects with it. And you can just see its eyes go wide. You just get this sense of it freezing up, literally. And it just kind of falls over to the side as it gets overtaken by this cold.
And my cold hand, the whole hand just grabs onto it. And
Yep.
Dead.
Okay. Go ahead and do your held action.
Alright, this has to be a roll to attack. This is spell attack. Spell DC. Actually, it doesn't matter, but the spell attack matters. It's 9, so that probably not going to attack.
9 total?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that misses. So it just sails past and shoots out, but it gives a little bit of a lighting of the room as it goes, and as it sails wide past him, you see it go another 10, 20, 30 feet, and it seems like the room has lit just a little bit as it does, and you can see a back wall.
There's a 120-foot range, by the way.
Yeah, so it goes on and it connects with a wall at the back, letting you know that this room is 50, maybe 60 feet deep. How wide it is, you don't know.
How many kobolds can we see when they went through? My guy up is right there in front of the door.
You can see that there's 4 very close up to the door right now. What is beyond that you couldn't see just because of that caught your attention. Not that they're tall creatures, they're not blocking your view. There may have been something back, but the ones that were right there in front of you is what caught
Does
your
that
attention.
count the one that Joshua just killed, or Thaèndrys just
That's
killed?
one of the ones that you saw.
Okay, so there's 3 left then. Okay, so then
Get attacking.
it's Taèlios, I think.
Taèlios, Morzza,
Yeah, because he.
and then Farryn.
Taèlios is at the very back, so seeing as he's at the back, there's probably not a lot you can do. Except maybe throw a dart.
He could do that if he wants to.
If he rolls a 1, he just impales in the back.
In front of the door right now is there's a couple that are from his angle. He can definitely see the one that Nyx just wounded. You did cutting words, right, or not cutting words? Vicious mockery. Vicious mockery. So you saw Nyx speak something to.
Is it within 20 feet?
To it would be. Where is he?
He's the very back.
He's
He's 10
basically
feet from the door.
10 feet from the door? Yeah, it would be within 20 feet.
Okay, he'll throw
There's one that you just saw kind of, just kind of cringe, in pain, and happened right after Nyx belted out some very cruel words. And so he would know that it is just taken.
Belts out some cruel words in a language it didn't understand.
That's right, it didn't matter. It was just so insulting.
Alright, he'll attack with a dart then. Also, we need to remember to pick up the darts because he has. I am not taking them off here. That is 18.
That is a hit.
Is it a D4?
It's a D4.
1d4 piercing.
Better roll at
Four
least a
damage.
2.
Meanwhile, my guy's just busy
Well,
looking
he's
at the
dead.
wall.
5 damage.
That should be 9. You should be dead by then, I would
Yeah.
assume.
Yeah,
They have
dead.
5
They have 5 HP.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he's stronger.
They have 5 HP.
The dart sails out and it just right in the neck, and it's and this little gout of blood just starts spurting out. It hit an artery, and it just topples over.
And that's kind of brutal.
Hey, that's life.
War is
That's
brutal
life in a dungeon. That makes Morzza up. Farryn on deck.
Okay, so
We
attack.
change our group name
I'll
to Cobra
attack
Kai.
one of them.
Strike hard, strike first, have no mercy.
I'm just gonna attack that one of the kobolds that are in front of me.
Okay, so there was kind of a front rank of 3, one behind it and another over here, and you've caught a glimpse of something. You're not sure what back behind, but there's one more that's just to your left in the doorway. That the other 2 that were right in front of you have dropped. One because of Thaèndrys, one because of the Nyx Taèlios combo.
Okay, so I'll attack the one to my left.
Okay.
That'd be 22.
I think that's a hit.
That might be a hit.
I think your bonus attack damage is going to kill it before
That's
you can do damage.
6, 12,
Yeah, that's
14.
Yeah, I think he's dead.
I'm just barely dead.
He's dead a couple times over.
That one is not only merely dead, it's really most sincerely dead.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm on deck.
You are now, are you moving?
Um,
That's one thing I haven't really clarified in this, and we could
You can move attack now.
retcon a bit if we want to go into the room. Any of you? Well, some of you maybe couldn't have. So Taèlios is kind of blocked off, but I granted a dart throw. Who?
I might be able to make it in the room.
You already went, right?
Hi? No, I rolled a 3.
Oh, that's right. That's
He's
right.
dead last.
So Nyx, did you stay where you
It's
are?
only Morzza is like the only one that can make it in.
There's
Fine,
no way I'm going in
Fine.
there
You
first.
attacked. You attacked, right? Okay.
The
So yeah, you
Zilligans must have rolled
long
well.
sword.
Yep.
Yeah, you strike through with your long sword, and it just
Cleave.
gashes shoulder to rib down there, and it just drops immediately, and you're free to move into the room if you want.
okay. So I'm gonna move over this way. Because the room goes out that way, right? No, we know. Like,
The room looks like it opens in and opens up to either side. You don't know how far at this point.
okay, and I don't see any other ones right now.
Yeah, you do behind the one behind that
Well, yeah,
front
one
rank of
more.
3.
But there's something
You
besides
hear
that one.
noise. There are more in here. You know that for sure. You just haven't seen them all yet from your vantage point. You step in, and with his globes in there, you set him in, and yeah. So let me just.
We'll just take off the big mat now.
Yeah, that's it. Well, no. Just
Or just sit over top of it.
you can leave that. Slide it down a bit. Move the thin one out,
Slide this down.
or slide it down
Also, just take this and set it over there.
and line this up
We don't need this piece.
with that doorway.
Wait, that looks like a teleporting room, right?
Yeah, set that up wherever.
Wait, so from what the door is there,
How does that, guys?
That looks like the last.
What
This
about
is
that?
downstairs. It looks like.
No.
But you can't see it.
There you go.
Is there a corner?
so from when I moved in,
Okay, let me give you what we've got right here. So put that one.
He's like right in front of me.
Steven, is
Nope.
there a corner that
Put
I
it.
can put,
Set it
something
down.
Hmm?
Now
there a corner
go
that Dad can
towards
put a thing?
Stephen and Caleb 5 feet, and now towards Elizabeth 5 feet. That one is there. This one is mirror image across and back 5 feet. Yep. This one is right by the door on your side, flanking what looks like a chair at the back.
On the other side of it.
Yep.
oh, there's gonna be a big dude back in there.
That's a chair.
Oh, great.
On the chair.
It's Megalodon.
We're all like low health. We're all gonna die here.
I told you we should take a rest, but no, we can't take a rest. Even a short rest would have been good.
That's it, because there are 3 down right along the doorway right there.
Alright, we can deal with that.
I'm
Okay,
gonna-
so you moved
Do
in
I
and
even
over
want to
here.
run
Well,
in?
I mean, I could do that, but I'm also leaving next. The guy can
Oh,
run straight forward.
Okay, so
there.
it's, now it's. Oh,
Where's
yes.
the other one
I'm
of these?
also right there, Steven.
Where's
Okay.
the other one of these?
Okay, so it's-
somewhere.
Now my turn, right?
I don't even want to run in.
Down. It's all the way down there by the
you
spell
should
cards.
just
Oh,
attack
Caleb,
some
can I
of
get
them.
that?
Oh, I
This?
know. One
Yeah.
thing.
With your great axe, you need to attack them.
If I want to.
So it's I'm up, right?
I might not be able to see them either.
You are up.
Okay.
Is
So
that
if
is
it
that all?
comes
The,
down
that's
to it,
that's
I
as
can-
far
I
as you're
can
moving
send,
in.
Ceilings
I don't want
at
to move
you.
in any further than that yet.
So first
I
question:
guess.
Hunter's Mark. Is that still active on one?
Yes, and you are aware that it is active on the one that is between. Nope. Yep.
Okay. So I think I have range of that one. I'm gonna fire a firebolt.
These
at
orbs,
that guy.
these orbs are more like on top of where
Yeah,
these two
yeah.
are, but
Fair
just so
enough.
they
I'm
get-
firing a firebolt at the Hunter's Mark.
Fair enough.
I assume I could see this guy though, because it's alive.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Hunter's Mark.
Let's do it.
Deal an extra 1d6 of damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. Actually, that doesn't count as a weapon attack, so I wouldn't get extra damage off of a fireball, I don't think. Fireball's not a weapon attack.
Correct.
Wait, but a bow would be a weapon attack, right?
Does it say melee attack or it just says
It's
weapon,
weapon
attack? So range or melee, it would need to be a weapon though. Yeah. So
Okay,
a
I'll
bow
use a
would
bow.
qualify.
I'll use bow.
Okay.
10, but I also have extra bonuses here. +5, so that's 15.
That is a hit.
So I get to roll a 6-sided die, which I apparently don't have my 6-sided die.
Here.
And I also get a
Uh,
d8.
It's gone.
9 damage.
Gone.
9 damage. That was with your bow?
Yes.
Okay. That's crossbow or a bow?
Just regular longbow.
Okay. So the arrow comes out and strikes true in its upper, mid part of its upper body. And it just grabs it and it winces in terrible pain. And then, it just kind of buckles. It falls on its knees and then just kind of buckles down on the floor, drops dead.
These Sahugans must have rolled like a 1 or
Sahugans.
You mean kobold?
or whatever.
We have a good shot of the whole room right here with an open corner.
Oh, you don't have to pull it back a little bit.
Make sure I have an open corner.
Yeah, you got one.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever the target drops to 0 hit points before the spell ends, you can use a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature.
So on your next turn, you'll be able to mark a creature before you
I
attack.
think I know which one you need to mark.
Yeah.
Are you moving?
Let's see, I can move 30, right? Yeah, so.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
because it's allies, we can say we can move
Well, there's a gap around.
You can move around
5,
that
10,
space.
15, 20, 25.
that's
I'll move over
okay.
to this side.
Okay, but
If you move-
just call it honest. Did you move within 5 feet of either of those kobolds? I can't see from here. If you did, you could incur an attack of opportunity.
Well, are we counting?
If you
like,
move through here,
diagonal.
can we
You
move through
diagonal.
allies
You
or
can
no?
do that. You can move diagonal, can't you? Yeah, so you could
Okay, well,
move
this
boom, boom.
is 5 feet.
That's fine, but what about the other one?
Yeah, he would have moved.
It depends on whether or not we're counting allies' spaces.
You can't move right through their space.
If he
You
moves
would have to
if
go
he
around
moves
to
in front of it,
somebody.
then he would be able to get attacked. Because he moved up.
You could have just.
He would have to move here, and then he could move like diagonally through here, but he has
Okay,
to.
if that's where you're going, then I'm going to say one of those. I'm going to give one attack of opportunity on those.
This is stupid, but okay.
What do you mean? He walked right in
Well,
front of you. walked
no, I'm
between
saying
us.
what's stupid is that like we're stuck in a hallway basically.
That's how it does always, though.
So one of us is just guaranteed to get attacked.
Well, if you kill it, then no.
You could also just say.
Also, I would have shieldless armor class probably since I have a bow out now.
Okay, it hits. It swings at you. It's wielding a dagger. It swipes at you with a dagger as you go by, and you take 4 points of damage.
How much health do you have?
Since when does a 4-sided die always roll 4?
Well, he has pluses. He has pluses.
How
for
much
the
health do
attack
you
hit.
have?
Yeah, it's
I have
not
like
only
11.
PCs that have pluses
You
on
have
there.
11. You have way more.
Well, I have 7 HP now.
Yeah, I have 9.
I have 12. I guess I am.
Okay, is that your turn? That's as far as you moved then?
Yeah.
All
You
right.
may have taken damage once.
Give me a kobold.
This raises an interesting question. What's your dexterity, Zeldreth?
My dexterity is 13.
13?
Yeah.
Okay, so that means you're not going next.
What?
That's not good.
That's a bunch
The-
of crap. Of course, they had to roll a 3 too. Should have rolled a 2 like me.
Hmm.
What do you think their
That's not the
dexterity is?
Probably high. They're a kobold, so they have high dexterity probably. Because they're a smaller
If only it
creature.
was Constitution, I would totally beat them.
Okay. So the
Are you assuming you're talking about
Boy.
this one?
okay, so the one on the sitting right there or standing, he's actually there, but that's this one is armored and just has this sense of being, that this is the one in charge. He's got more armor on. He's not wielding a dagger like the other ones are. He's got a sword in his hand. And he just looks like he's a little bit more vicious than the others. A little bigger, a little stronger. Still just a kobold. But you can tell this is the dude in charge. So he steps forward, straight forward 10 feet. And he hollers in Draconic, for those of you who understand. You hear him holler, "Take them down!" And he swirls a sling, sword in this hand, and he swirls a sling at he's attack. I can never remember who is who. Who is
Morzza.
that one? That's you?
Yeah.
That's who he's attacking.
I was like, if you attack this one, like,
That's
I
I got 9
Much
health. Hope you
HP.
missed this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's the two people in the front are like the lowest on health.
I-
You got a
I-
7 HP and a 9 HP.
I got a 3. What am I supposed
You have
to do?
3 HP?
No, I said
I
I
got
got a 3.
18,
Like,
but
I couldn't
we'll
do
find
anything.
out
I couldn't
here.
get up there.
He hits.
Oh, great. Oh, no.
Better tell you what, you guys better get in there and do some damage.
Nick has a thing, though, that Nick can use.
You take 3 points of damage.
Well, that's not as much.
I got 6, so we'll find out though. These guys,
you're
those
6, I'm
guys,
7.
yeah.
Well, that was your own fault. You ran through 3 guys, or past 2 guys. That's your own fault.
Well, what else am I
Okay,
supposed to do? Stay in the hallway?
Yes.
Okay, Zeldreth, you're up.
Oh, wait. None of the mouse move? Let's see here. By the way, can I move, like, I don't know if this would technically be, like, can I move, like, this? Would that still count? Because I'm not moving their thing?
What's the benefit of doing that?
Why don't you just?
So other people can get into the room.
Exactly.
You just have to.
I mean, yeah, you can go around him if you want to. That's within your movement, but it doesn't give you an attack bonus.
Well, I know. I'm just
No,
saying.
he's saying to get out of
Get
the
out
way
of
of
the
the
way?
room, but
Yeah.
without leaving the 5-foot radius, so he doesn't
Yeah,
get the
Sure,
attack.
that's not leaving their zone. You can get in and kind of skirt around him and attack. Sure, you can do that.
Okay.
You better hit this one.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
going to be a hit. It doesn't even matter. It's
12.
I rolled
Roll.
18.
Well, 12 side.
Yeah, it's dead. It doesn't even matter.
5 plus
I rolled
what?
a
11.
5.
6. He takes 11 damage.
11
Yeah,
damage.
it's dead.
Okay. Yeah, your axe just
Just barely killed it.
yeah, your axe just sinks deep in its chest, and
Do you have any more spells?
it's you hit it in its chest, and it's only standing up because the axe is holding it up at this point. You wrench the axe out, and it just drops in a heap.
Say if you have any sort of way to damage or prevent him from.
I've got a big damage
That
hit that I
you-
can do.
You have
Ish.
5, 10, probably 15, 20. You have about 10 more feet of movement.
I don't
if
think
you
one
want
works
to
on
use
them. That's a different one you need. For
I will move, like...
Right back in front of the doorway.
No. I didn't do... I should just move, like, right here.
Okay.
I'll decide if I want to move, like, right here or something like that, but...
Okay. Now it's the other kobold's turn. So the one back there is moving up to Zeldreth. The one back there is let's see, boy, he's
5, 10, 15, 20, 25 is to here. I don't know what their movement is.
they can go 30.
So
So
you can
does
actually-
30 feet get him to anyone within range?
He could be to either of them. Or he could be, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He could be here. He could be on any of these 3.
I don't think that's a good idea going to me.
Okay, well, here's what he's going to do.
You got
We're
more
going to let the
dice.
dice decide.
Yeah, but I don't want to die.
Well, I would
He's
have
going
Why
to,
die because of you guys?
Farryn.
Oh, cool.
Okay, we're good. We're
It
good.
at least spreads out the
And-
attack.
Ash is
though.
and-
good.
The other one right there is
This one here is just.
stepping up to. Yep.
That at least spreads them out a little bit. So
Yeah,
we're not getting double hits.
That's better.
But we got to hope.
Actually, hold on.
Oh, no.
They're not stupid.
They're pretty stupid.
That one is going to Morzza instead. No. That one and the other one's coming to
Shouldn't have said
Morzza.
anything.
This one is?
Yep.
This one's going to him.
Yep.
Oh,
You
Why are they both going in?
And
because I'm lower health than you. By one, I don't know. Would one even show that much more than Caleb?
Like
For
you're still
Farryn?
injured.
I'm one
That's-
health lower than Farryn.
just don't think that you have it all figured out.
You
There's
probably
other
think because
things
you're
going on.
Dragonborn.
Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
is
because you
true.
yelled at him, you were going to kill him. So.
How they? How they me though?
Yeah, you should have told him you were going to kill them.
Okay.
Instantly regrets it.
Attacking on Morzza.
If he died. Oh my gosh.
Armor class 18.
Yep.
One hit.
Oh my gosh.
3.
You're 3 health.
I'm alive. I'm chilling.
Maybe it's because they said, okay.
Sure hope some people have some
maybe-
spells here.
Maybe they're like, okay, he's trying to kill us. It's time to kill him.
Spells to heal?
Well, you can put a spell to make them have disadvantage. I know that.
It'd probably be better
I
to
don't-
heal.
It
It's
also
not
is
great.
probably
Or heal, yeah.
I would say
You take 5 points of damage.
me.
Yep.
What the heck? These guys are dumb. I mean,
How much HP do you?
gosh, I'm at 7 HP.
Yeah, that's what.
We're fine.
The 3 people in the front are just suffering.
They're one hit. They're one hit if you long as you hit them, so it
Okay.
shouldn't matter.
That
besides
big guy better not go for me.
Is the end of their turn. They've moved all they want to move. That brings us back to Nyx.
Okay, I have a question. Can
There's
I
a true
use-
strike. Is that
so
a
there's
bonus
one
action or is
that
that
says
an
a
action?
bonus action. So can I use like the bonus action and do like a cantrip as well?
If it is a the
True
only
strike.
yeah
I need that.
you can use a what's the bonus action?
The bonus action is healing one.
And the cantrip you want to use is
Vicious mockery.
yeah.
I really don't.
So yes, you can use spells in combination. You cannot use 2 spells where one is a bonus action and one is the action. But a cantrip is not a spell. You can do a cantrip spell combination. You cannot do a spell combination. So yes, you could do that combination.
It's not looking good. I feel like one of us is
Well, I want to try to use the healing word on Stephen, so
Okay, what's the range?
60 feet.
Okay. What is the? Go ahead and roll for whatever it
Within
is.
range regains hit points equal to 1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Okay, which is what? On your sheet,
Should be 2.
Plus what?
3.
it's probably
Plus
more than
5.
that. Plus
Spell
5.
attack bonus.
Not
No,
a
your
attack.
your spell. Let me see. Oh no! It's your ability
Yeah, it's a
modifier. It's your wisdom
Charisma.
charisma.
Charisma for her.
So it's your charisma modifier.
Is that what her spell?
Charisma should be
Yeah.
for a
Does it?
bard.
Plus
You really
3.
need
Yeah,
to
so
what
I
I
did.
get.
So
Right
D4
now,
plus
he's in
3.
least danger. You're in the least danger.
7.
Wow, 7
That's a good
points
roll.
back.
Back up at 10.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Right now, I'm in that
And
trouble
then
right now.
and then vicious mockery
Because if that could go for
as
me,
your action
I
on which
guarantee
one?
On one
you-
of the guys on Stephen,
I
so probably the closest guy to him.
That's
Okay.
not. That's a
Well, you want me to use it on that guy?
No, or
We can't say
you
anything. It's her
pick.
turn.
Yeah,
It's her
yeah.
turn. She
Yeah.
can do what you
We
want.
can't
Don't
do
say
it.
anything.
Is that guy close enough to use vicious mockery on?
What's your range?
60 feet.
Each is
5,
5,
10,
so yeah,
15,
you
20,
yes.
25, 30. I mean, easy in range.
So go ahead.
Try to use it.
Oh, you're doing it on that guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so 13 is what he has to beat.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is a success.
Okay, so
It has no effect on him.
it has no effect on him.
It doesn't, does it? If they make their saving throw, it does nothing, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah, it doesn't affect him.
Okay.
He succeeded on his saving throw.
What a dummy.
I'd chill touch him.
Okay, Thaèndrys is up, and then Morzza Taèlios.
That's gonna be 10. I think that's gonna move.
On which one?
On big boy.
Big one.
Okay.
you just need to get rid of this guy.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
it
know.
goes past him or misses him,
This
whatever.
guy's
With
either
this-
gonna go for me.
More- It's an
Taèlios,
attack,
Did
right?
you guys both?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's an
and
attack.
Yeah, so
Well,
it,
we
just,
already
it
did
doesn't
for
connect,
Seymour with their dexterity.
and he is unfazed by your attempt. So Taèlios, then Morzza.
I'm
Taèlios
gonna
and
move
Taèlios.
up to the front of the room.
Okay, Taylor moves up to the one next to Morzza. On
He
the
doesn't want to attack the big one.
Morzza's
That would be-
over here by the door.
by the door, right in front of you, 2 feet
I'm
in front
super
of
By
you.
the
low,
door.
though.
2 squares
Oh,
in front of you.
Yeah.
2 squares in front of you. Actually, he could go right behind him, give him an attack. But then the big guy could come up and attack him. Never mind, he'll attack from the side.
Okay.
That way, because he get attacked from behind from the big guy, which would give him advantage, which we don't want. He's using a quarter staff. 10.
10.
Probably miss.
That is a miss.
Morzza.
I'll attack the one next to between me and Taèlios.
You mean the
Okay.
same one?
Yeah, the same one. Just attack.
I really hope he doesn't go for
That's
me.
a 10-2. Are you kidding me?
That's a miss. Just quick question. Where is the torch right now?
Nyx has it.
Nick says it.
Nick
Well,
said-
there's also
okay.
lights
There's
in the
right
room.
right
but-
there.
I know there's lights in the room. I was just curious who has the torch. Okay, fair enough.
Whose turn?
It was Taèlios, then Morzza, and you both went, right? Both missed with 10s.
Yep.
That brings it to Farryn.
All right, I'm shifting my hunter's mark to the big guy,
All right.
and I will shoot an arrow at the big guy.
Oh gosh, what are you guys doing? You can't kill the big guy at
See
that.
that?
So it's better
See
to
that?
kill the little guys and knock out all the attacks.
Okay, go ahead.
No, it's better to do the damage to the big guy.
It's not.
That is going to be 24.
That just hits.
All right, give me a 6-sided die. $15 damage.
I hope he dies.
15?
Yep.
Okay. You pull back the arrow and release, and it flies true, and it just goes right into its left eye and sinks to the shaft and comes out, sinks to the fletching and comes out the back, and he just drops.
Go.
One shot.
I think
Yeah, see,
I'm thinking better guys. I guess kobolds are crap monsters are really
we already
weak.
know they're weak. So.
I assume that guy'd be a lot stronger, but I guess not.
Well, the thing is, I have hunter's mark on him, so I do more damage. There's
I
no
know
point
that.
for me to not attack him.
Okay, and as he drops, well, they're engaged. I guess they don't see it. They're not phased by it because they're still engaged.
Stephen goes, "Oh, what happened to your buzz?"
Zeldreth, you're up.
Okay. Okay, that is 16. I believe that's the hit.
That hits.
Oh, wait.
Full side.
That's like, it doesn't matter.
How much?
It's dead.
How many points of damage?
8
8,
damage.
it's dead.
We know.
Okay, it drops.
It doesn't matter.
There you go.
Okay, let's let the DM make the call on whether or not the creature is dead. Okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Once again, your axe just embeds deep within it, and you release it, and it just drops in a heap, leaving us to
Legolas, I got 2 already.
still on Morzza. Miss. They are in dismay, and their strikes with their daggers just go wide each time. You're parrying and deflecting, and they're swiping in midair, and they just do not connect this round. That takes us to the top, Nyx.
Okay, I'm using Vicious Monkey on that guy.
Okay.
So wisdom.
Wisdom.
Throw.
Yep.
Am I ever gonna use my final attack?
That's a big time fail.
1. 1 and disadvantage.
Okay. Is it just that, or do you get to add anything to the damage, or that's just it?
Wait, she has a spell attack bonus, right? Doesn't that count?
psychic damage.
That's
1d4 psychic
that's
damage.
for to hit.
That's only to hit,
It's only to hit.
unless something says otherwise. But yeah. Okay. So 1 point of damage, and it has disadvantage on attacks now. Right?
Yep.
I really want
On
to
its
use
next
final
attack.
attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
I already rolled for my attack. I'm using chill touch on that closest one there. The one she used to
The one
attack.
she just hit. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be a 14 plus 6, so 20.
That hits.
Yeah.
It's dead.
It's gonna be for
It
5
has
points
1
of damage.
damage on it.
5?
It's
Yep.
dead.
It's dead.
Okay.
It's not.
It again just freezes. And, oh, really? It freezes, and a hand appears out of somewhere and picks it out
Well,
of
it is the chill touch is a hand that appears next to him.
One of these days, they're just gonna have like 50 HP and be like, nope, it's not dead yet.
Okay. So there's 1 left standing, and
Yep.
we are at Taèlios, then Morzza.
Taèlios will attack it with his
I
quarterstaff.
really want to get.
Give it the bonk. 15.
That's
Hits.
a hit.
That hits.
Ooh, this could be GG.
It's sad. How to get the final attack.
Six-sided.
Yes,
That's-
it's gone.
11 damage.
Okay. Actually,
How do you want to finish this?
finish the chapter for us.
Okay, let's see. What's a good way to do this here? So I feel like he probably like trips him up with the legs, you know, like brings it out from under him. That as he's swinging, he, like hits the head too. You know, like quick
Okay,
double
he
flash.
squats down in this dope monk stance, and he just swings his quarterstaff around and sweeps the leg. Sweep the leg, Johnny!
Yeah.
And he sweeps the legs out from underneath it. And as it's falling backwards like this, he just comes back around and crack right on its forehead. And it's already dead when it hits the ground. All right. Well done.
That was a little
Good job,
rough.
guys.
A little rough on some of the damage, but
All right.
I think that's
You
long rest.
have a moment, and I assume you step in now, you've got a torch in your hand, and you step in, and the room is a little better lit now. But you were able to fight in the glare of the torch and the globes. And you can see that across from the doorway, against the wall, is kind of a ramshackle, thrown together wooden throne. Okay? This is nothing glorious. It almost looks like more of a status symbol than anything else. But the head kobold needed something to sit on to make himself seem important. And so he had thrown together this kind of a wooden structure into a makeshift throne. In the corner, off to the side,
Is a chest.
even though I've drawn it, now I've painted it, there is a chest there.
Man, I hope this key we found in the back of the statue works on the chest we just found.
For all the stature of the chair, it didn't help him when he got one shot.
Well, that was a pretty vicious combination of it. It did have more hit points than all the others,
Hunter's
but
Mark is nasty. Though,
that just wasn't
an extra D6.
It wasn't going to be able to do anything against
I
that
have an
kind of
extra
damage.
D8, I would have done that, but you.
Not a kobold, anyway.
I have.
Alright, I think I have the key swap.
Also around the room, here and there, and of course in front of the door, you see more of these bricks. And this room has many more of them than the other ones. And you get the sense that while their bricks may have been in the other rooms, they were with the other stuff that had kind of been sorted here and there. It looks like over time they've been brought to this room because the stacks are much bigger in this room of those bricks.
I say we open the chest.
I
Wait,
wanna
you
walk-
should check for traps on the chest.
Yeah, head over to the chest, checking for traps. I want to.
We should light around the room, check for traps around the room, but there's probably torches around the walls, right? We could light.
There are sconces. There's like 3 torches in this room that could be lit.
We'll go ahead and light them.
Okay.
Check for traps along the way, just to make sure there's nothing in the center of the
Okay.
room.
And we're
Give
checking
me,
the chest
give me
for
a perception.
That's a 17.
Okay. You do not find any evidence of traps around the room, on the floor or the walls or anything.
Okay. I want to see if the key in our possession matches the chest.
We should check the chest.
Well,
Check
if
the
the
chest.
key,
Yeah,
the key will probably unlock the. I mean, there might be
Does
traps.
the key work? Look like it'll work onto the chest.
Okay. You take this key over to the chest, and you get down and you look at the key and the lock on the chest, and you immediately can see that this key is too big to go into that lock.
I think it's time to do the
Um,
old fashioned,
let's check
like,
around his
break it
throne.
open.
Check the body of the.
Yeah,
big
we'll
guy.
check on the bodies and around his.
See if we find a key for the chest.
Okay. Just a couple of you make a general perception check then, or
17.
4.
Actually, sorry, 22.
okay. You're checking around the throne and looking around here and there, and you're not finding anything around there. You, however, as you're checking the body of the chieftain, you find, aside from, he had a dagger on his side, and he had a pouch of sling stones and a sheath where he had a sword too that he was holding in his other hand. You do find a little money pouch on him.
Okay.
And you also find around his neck a necklace that has 2 keys hanging from it.
Okay, so we got money pouch to do.
You find 50 silver,
Just chump change.
37 gold,
Not bad.
and 13 platinum.
Very nice.
And then we had 2 keys.
2 keys.
You have like 3 keys right now. You have no idea what to do with them.
I bet they're for
We'll
wrong.
figure it out.
All right,
We
so
still need to go back and check.
we'll want to have someone else.
I'm gonna check the throne.
Yeah, there'll probably be another person who's checking. I'm not saying that we would check because he failed to check, but I'm saying it would be a couple people checking the throne. But also we want to check the chest for traps.
That's right. You can give the this would be like the advantage roll or the second person
yeah, the
roll.
second person
That's
check.
fine. Go
So
ahead.
2 rolls then.
On specifically
No,
on the
just
throne.
one roll.
One roll
One roll.
specifically on the throne.
A 1.
Oh,
How do you get a 1?
He goes, wait, there's a throne?
All right, so checking the chest for traps now and then trying to see if the keys will match for it.
Okay, go ahead and who's checking for traps on it? You, Taèlios?
Taèlios, let's say.
He's checking for traps. Okay.
His perception, right?
Yeah, he is high. Like 7 something like that.
23.
23. Okay. He's looking carefully around where the seam of the lid hits the main body of the chest and kind of looking as he can through the keyhole. And he takes a knife and a dagger, and he kind of pokes around, and he feels something that makes him think that there is something here beyond just the lock. There is something on the back side of this that seems like it will go off unless there is something done. And as he's been checking it on with that roll, another thing he saw is on the side of the chest over against the wall. There is around, just underneath where the seam of the lid comes down on the body of the chest, there's a little button right there. A little button that looks like it could be pressed in.
I think we should press the button.
I'd say so. Give him a second dagger, and then what he'll do is be feeling the inside, and then press the other thing with the dagger. Press the button with the dagger, but also be feeling to see if anything like lets up with the other dagger that he said he felt inside the chest.
Okay. Make a... He's in the process of deducing right now, so I want you to make an investigation check.
19 plus 2, 21.
Okay. All right. He presses in on that as he's feeling in there, and he can sense that something has released right here, and he lets off the button, and he feels it click back into place. And
So it's probably
he gets the sense that if one of these keys works on this chest, before that lid is open, that button needs to be pressed. This is conclusion with that roll.
Alright, so I guess we can go ahead and do that. I don't know. I think he has a lot of health, so I don't
So
know.
let's check the keys, see if we can see which one will work on the
Yeah, no,
chest.
but we don't be holding the button. I think Taèlios can still open the chest. I don't know what his HP is at. Yeah, he's at 20 HP. He's good. I don't know.
Are both keys the same? As we look at them, are they the same or are they?
They're not identical. They're similar in construction and that, and these are not made of the same material. These are a metal, like an iron key or something like that.
I wonder if
Yeah.
one of these is for the chest, one for the door.
By the way, does it look similar to the doors that we opened, the keys? Does it look
We haven't
similar?
examined. We'll look at it in a second.
No, different material.
So it doesn't look this.
Oh, wait a minute. You mean is it made out of the same thing?
I'm saying like, you know how how the keyhole
This is
looks
the
on
only
out-
keyhole we've seen.
No, I'm talking about on the outside. I'm talking about on the outside.
The door you came into this room that was locked?
Before, right here.
That one didn't have a key.
That wasn't locked.
It was this one that was locked.
The door into this room was the one that
I'm
was
talking
locked.
the one, like, those doors that we couldn't get in at first. When we went in the giant hall.
No, they were holding.
Those weren't locked. They weren't locked doors. They were open.
They were just heavy.
Okay, regardless, he's going to open the chest. He's going to press the button, then try a key, and
In what order?
um,
First of all,
Wait, look at the keys and see if we can see which one will fit in first. Don't just put a random key in.
I need to know what you're doing in what order you're doing it right now.
okay. So here's what I. Maybe before we do this, someone mentioned the lock outside the door. Does one of the keys potentially match the thing we peeled off, like that lock?
It could have, but it's
Hard
mangled
to see.
beyond.
So then I guess we go back in. I would say
Push button, unlock.
yeah.
Just from you messed with that long enough to know the size of the keyhole, that there's no way the
Yeah.
key you found in the statue was going to fit. One of these could have fit that hole.
So I guess we'll just try to fit the best one that looks like it fit the best into this keyhole. Also, I think he should prep for potentially like a gas trap, maybe, and like put something over his face. Like over his
breath. And then when it pushes
I don't know if that would prevent any sort of gas trap.
I think as you push the button and unlock it.
Yeah, okay, let's try
push
it.
your
Press
button
button
and
and
then
lock it.
Okay, give me the order. What happens?
Hit the button and then
What happens first?
Push the
push the
button,
button.
unlock, open it.
As you open the lid, is the button held
Button
or
is
not?
constantly pressed.
Okay. All right. So you try a key, and it clicks. You try one of the keys, and it does click, and it unlocks. You go to open it. Button is held in. You open it.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay, before he lets go of the button though, we want to see, is there anything like on the top of the chest now, the lid, that would, I mean, can we see anything? Like just maybe an investigation check from someone else.
I'm just still going off that roll and both rolls of what he had been working with and discerning. He can now see on the back side of the lock, there's a little, there's a little metal area that's built back into the chest, on the back side of the lock. And in the top of it, there are several holes. And the chest, as it goes up, and the metal piece that was down in the lock right now, as it has come up, something has clicked or moved into place here where he can tell that button won't release now, even if he wanted to. Now that the chest is up and this something has happened with this mechanism here, that button is held in right now. And he knows that if the lid was closed, it would reset. For right now, judging by just the appearance of tiny little holes right there, he's guessing that some sort of a gas would have been released had that button not been pushed. But right now it seems safe.
Okay, what do we see in the chest?
It's empty.
Yeah, we came all this way for nothing.
In the chest, searching
Are
through
we
it.
gonna switch our model here or what?
Do you want to?
Mhm.
So are we gonna
Stop
switch
this.
our model here or what?
Oh yeah, fine. Here you go. Here you go.
You want to stop this because you're over an hour already, hour and 20 minutes.
Just leave it. It's fine.
I don't know how much space you have.
I don't know either. That's fine. You can stop it. The chest is full of coins. You can barely contain yourself as you see this.
Just think of all the potions I say.
There are also a few other items that you see
Oh, interesting.
in the
Magic
chest.
items.
What kind of items are we talking about here?
Well, let me tell you that as you count everything out, are you taking a little bit of time to count through and see what you've got here? Okay. Then as you start dividing the coins into piles and working together and counting them out, you count 162 copper, 219 silver, 327 gold, 33 platinum. You also find a bag that is about half full of various sized and assorted gems. And you're not 100% sure what its value would be, but it appears to have
Value is certainly not nothing.
it's north of nothing.
Yes.
You also find a potion bottle in there.
Does it look at all similar to the healing potions we had earlier?
It does not. It does not.
Interesting.
It is a clear liquid, and in the middle of this clear liquid, there is what looks like a red bead just floating in the middle of the liquid. But as you watch, it expands and seems to fill the potion bottle, like even following the contour of almost making the liquid look red now, and then it shrinks back down to just
Can we have a
little
good
bead size.
visualization? I'm
And then-
assuming you have a bottle that does this.
I did not make.
Ah, okay.
Prepared. You gotta be prepared.
You also find a bundle with a leather tie around it of 6 arrows.
Nix is like, I'll take it.
I don't.
I'm the arrow guy.
And you find a strange little sphere sitting in a corner of the treasure chest.
Strange sphere.
Just a little sphere. You don't know for sure what it is. It's translucent,
Planter?
and it seems to shimmer in the light, but not glowing.
Do we see the Eye of Sauron in it?
It does not have the Eye of
Oh.
Sauron in it. And just some little item. You're not 100% sure what that
I'll
is.
have to check that on the picture then.
I need to memorize my detect magic spell. We can figure out if anything's magical.
I'm sure we can assume that at least one of these things is magical.
Well, I assume the potion is magical.
Alright, that's it in the chest.
That's it.
Are there any secret compartments in the chest? Make a little perception check.
You may make a perception check and see if you find anything.
Trying to avoid the trap, of course, if there's
trap's
any way to
ready.
set it off. I'm going to say this was me checking it, so that's 16.
16. You feel around, you kind of look at the bottom and where the floor is, and you can slide the chest a little bit too. There's nothing under it, and there doesn't appear to be a false bottom or anything. Everything on the inside seems to come out to the edges and to the bottom. You don't notice anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Did we check the kobolds? Like, we checked the big guy, but did we check the other little guys for their loot, or if they have anything on them?
You certainly can.
Let's
do that.
give it a look.
Okay. You check the bodies in this room, and you come up with a total of 39 copper, 35 silver, and 28 gold.
39 silver, you said?
35 silver
And 28 gold?
and 28 gold.
Alright, so, okay, this is we didn't move the throne. Does that, when we checked it, would that have included, like, moving it, probably?
You can tell me that you want to move it.
Let's try
Yeah,
moving it,
that's
too. Because,
fine.
like, we have this other key, so I'm, like, right now, we think it's probably the door, but just in case, move the throne, maybe see if there's anything.
That's fine. You can move it. You can tip it over. It doesn't take a roll to do that. You don't see anything there, and again, it's kind of a ramshackle.
Yeah, we
throw
mock
together.
the maker, whoever made this.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're probably going to assume that the key is to the door. Should probably make
At
sense.
this point.
We got the
Find out
coffin to look at, and then we also got to check down
Alright.
here to see if there's a secret.
Let's
in that
check
room.
for around the walls for secrets, real quick, before we leave. Just one last check around the room for secret doors or anything.
Okay.
20. You got critical.
2.
You don't find anything in this room.
Alright.
Everything just solid black walls all the way around.
So I think we should come down here and check this wall.
Yeah, we can go check that hallway. Go down to that. And as we go down there, we'll look for traps as we get in this area. Because we hadn't walked there before. But see if there's any other secret area down there, since there was rooms down here.
Okay. Go ahead.
That's going to be 13.
Woo!
You don't see anything down there. It appears to just go back down south to that other door in the big room.
Alright.
That was for the secret wall too. Just checking. I mean, just checking the
That's
wall.
what I assumed he was
Yeah.
looking for. Yep.
Guess we'll.
We're going back to the coffin room. What are we doing here?
We should probably wait on the coffin. Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
What do you want to? We need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So as we come to a close here, you have, as far as you know, from what you've been able to see of this place so far, you have taken care of all of the kobolds that you're aware of in this dungeon, and you made it into what is clearly kind of the room of the guy in charge, right? And so you cleared that out. Just a reminder, there are still bodies of kobolds strewn about in other places, but that can be dealt with another time. And as we close now, having dealt with the immediate threat of being blocked into the hallway in the other room where you were, you now begin to turn your thoughts to that coffin and the lid that popped up, and thinking that that may very well be the next thing that you have to deal with. And I think we'll close it right there for now. We'll end this session, and we will pick up again in 2 weeks with session 7. And we want to thank whoever happens to be watching. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We will see what happens next time with this mysterious coffin. And we're hoping the next time Tom will be able to join us too. But thanks again for watching. We hope to see you in the future, and feel free to leave comments. We would love to hear from you. And until next time, we will see you. Thanks again. Good night.
Well, definitely don't promise anything about the coffin, because we're really trying to draw this out here. So there may not be any coffin happenings next time.
Okay. All right. The next session is going to be nothing but searching dead kobold bodies. 2-3 hours of searching bodies. So look forward to that. Have a good night.